Hey, this has been Roleplaying Public Radio. We're Black Knights, Black Agents. This is the Thieves Code, Part 1. This is a 2 to 3 part game, depending on how fast things go. So this is Art Heist and Knights, Black Agents.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
There will be no Cthulhu elements. I explicitly made it.
You heard him lie here first.
So when we're going through the actual heist, is it going to be a coincidence if we run across a painting that happens to say Memoirs of the Black Pharaoh?
Yes. So as the game begins, you are all having dinner at Boulevard, a very fancy restaurant in San Francisco.
We're going to introduce our characters first?
Well, you're all sitting down with a common acquaintance.
There it is.
Woman named
Howdy, Carcosa.
Her name is Ruby. Ruby Redmond. She's was based in New York and has been sort of a common link between the criminal underworld and the world of espionage, and basically graduating from helping traffic drugs to traffic gadgets and guns, because the police don't pay as much attention to that as they do with the drug trade. So you've all done jobs for her in the past. You all trust her, at least enough to meet with her in public to talk about a new job. So as you sit down, so Aaron's character sits down first.
Oh.
And describe your character.
Oh, hey, this is Aaron. I will be playing Alejandro Serrano, a former Interpol surveillance expert who decided that the life, it's like the general jobs that he was getting, tracking down criminals wasn't exciting enough. So after he managed to take out something of an early retirement package, he decided to take the show on the road, just taking any other jobs that would give him the biggest thrill.
And how do you introduce yourself to the other characters? Are you using alias, or is it just Alejandro?
And so that's like Alejandro.
Okay. Next up, David.
Hello. I'm Skinner.
All right.
Suspiciously bald.
Skinner. And out of character, what is your specialty?
My specialty is in investigations and how to thwart them.
Very good. Very useful skill. Framing people for crimes and covering up things. Next up, we have Caleb.
I will sit down and ask for a wine list.
All right. Maitre d' hands it to you, or a waiter, yeah.
I ordered the most expensive wine.
Ruby seems fine with this.
That's part of the. I came to the meeting.
Yeah. Free G. Okay, so what is your character's name?
Hamid.
Hamid.
I am a Pakistani Muslim, immigrated to the UK as a young man due to exceptional A-level tests and a friendship between my father as a groundskeeper and a nobleman. I elevated quickly through the ranks of high society. I briefly worked for MI5 in my espionage career, getting to know some very wealthy men at the upper levels of certain extremist religious groups. And as a result of that, I have since quickly left MI5 to use my skills elsewhere.
In the private sector?
Yes. Yeah.
As a consultant.
To reacquaint myself with my Oxford days.
Yeah, there you go. And finally?
I sit down, order a Guinness.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going? Name's Riley. I steal shit.
Okay.
Lovely.
Succinct.
So
I hope they have potatoes here.
Oh, wow.
a little bit of class warfare. All right.
I hope they have some hummus.
So,
Touché, Patty.
Gentlemen, please. We're here to. It's a business dinner, although I can't exactly write this off on my taxes. But
It's like we chuckle in mirth. We mirthfully chuckle.
yes,
I don't.
they. I am beginning to transition my business into a new field, or a field I believe is more profitable and less risky than. You all know what I've done for you, or with you, or you've done for me in the past.
That Boston gig was great. Thanks.
Yes. Well, not everyone can say that, but I'm glad you're still on the other side of the fence. Art. I've been taking some art classes, and art is just a wonderful world, isn't it?
Oh man, I could talk for hours about that.
Yes. it's also, there are black markets and then there are black markets. The big ones, guns, drugs, people.
Nuclear weapons.
That's actually a very small market. Just normal guns are much more profitable than nuclear materials. It's a lot harder to detect, too. They aren't radioactive. But art is the world's fourth largest black market. Billions of dollars of art is sold to very interested parties. Certainly because of the Boston gig, I need to branch out from the East Coast, get away from it.
I normally do jewelry, but this sounds interesting.
Yes, I think I have a line. I found a new source of information on a potential series of jobs that I think the four of you would be perfect for. The first one is, we'll do this, we'll just focus on one at a time. There's no need to worry about it. But the first one is in Chicago. Have you ever heard of an art gallery called the Infinite Canvas? Those of you of art history have. It's small but prestigious.
Oh yeah, man! Went there 2013.
Yeah, it is. They often do a lot. They focus a lot on antiquities and older artifacts, but very classy stuff from the Renaissance and earlier. I have my source of information tells me that they have something. They move things in and out. They've been selling they're mostly legitimate, but they've been used to launder certain things of a dubious provenance. And I think there is something in their basement safe right now that would be very valuable. I don't know exactly what it is, but I believe if you can get in there and get it, I could find a buyer for it very quickly. There's also going to be some other bric-a-brac about that would be certainly worth your time in picking up.
So you have absolutely no idea what they're hiding. It's just...
Oh no, I know that there is something in there. There was a new shipment there two nights ago, and it'll be there for another 5 days. But then the safe will be empty for months, if not longer. They are a middle station. They're used to, essentially, this came from Infinite Canvas, so it must be legitimate. So something they're just they never sell anything directly. They just create a paper trail so that stolen artworks can be used, displayed legitimately, or no one will notice it. So and what's better is that the building that they are in, the business that was next door to it or in the same building, has gone out of business. It's empty. But they share walls with it. It would be very easy to get in. You could get in. An empty building doesn't have very good security, and cutting through a wall certainly can't be much of a problem for you four.
Well, depends on what that's like. One, what security system they're using. Two, how that's like well populated is the neighborhood around there. What are the hours that are normally?
I've been to the museum, so I can...
It's an art gallery, not a museum. It's a private
I've been there.
You've been there, yes. It's actually, upper scale stores, sort of boutique stores.
So mainly more commercial.
More commercial. You would not have much traffic late at night.
There's a couple of jewelry stores nearby, a few boutiques. It's mostly commercial. It's pretty empty after everything closes. Not a lot of nightlife there.
So I have tickets for you for Red Eyes straight to Chicago. There is. I also have this charge card that you could use with for incidentals, and certainly I'm sure you could liquidate that to cash if you wanted to, fairly easily. That will help cover your upfront expenses, but get in there. I don't know what safe it is, so you'll have to figure that out. You might be able to get in. The basement is not in... that the basement... It's a ground store, obviously, but the basement would not be available to customers, so you don't... But, during the opening hours, it didn't seem... They had a couple people, one or two people there, so it would probably be pretty easy to get in there and look at the safe.
Right.
Because that would help to figure out how to get in it. But yes, but this would only be the beginning. Do this well, and there will be more work for you. And certainly, if I can provide high quality art to my sources, they will open up their wallets to us all. So it's a very, very profitable endeavor, I think, for all of us. And I think a little better than what
So
you
if you feel like you can turn it around quickly, but you don't know what it is,
My source.
that means your source wants it.
You have bullshit detector.
Yes.
Yes.
Does anybody else have bullshit?
Yes, I do.
All right. Yeah, you tell Ruby was already figured this out for 0 points.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Very frankly, I don't care who they sell
Well,
to.
Well,
when you
I'd
put it
be
that way,
interested
yes.
to see if they're. I'd be interested to see who else.
I
might
don't.
Be.
I honestly don't know what it is, but my source, I have reason to believe, is very trustworthy. They have given me very valuable information. That's one of the reasons why can't be on the
Can
East
they
Coast.
give me how many stone it is? Can I roll it up? Can I hide it in something?
What I'm told, the safe is not especially large. It's not a walk-in safe, so it would not be. It can't be that big. Other than that,
if it's on site, I could just blow it open.
I think the safe. I think my source doesn't know exactly himself. It's from a. He could trace the shipment, but doesn't know exactly what went in the crate. It's from one private collection to another as they're being laundered, and he doesn't know. But whatever it is from whatever is from that collection, it's valuable.
Well, look, if I can get in there, I could probably blow it open, unless, of course, the place has sonic or seismic alarms.
That I do not believe. I'm not 100% sure. I think they only have commercial. What is it? I think the security contractors with Garnet Incorporated, which is commercial, the kind of stuff that your insurance company would require. The minimum that the insurance company would get, not like.
Like, we want to break in here. We're a tiny art gallery.
Well, there's valuable things in there, but those of you with art history know that art galleries and museums they just don't think about crime it's just
Especially in upper class.
neighborhood. They cover up thefts. They don't reveal this.
I've heard that you're a bit if you can. I don't know if you probably crack safes, the quiet way. But if we need to just get in there and get it out, I can blow it open with a tape charge.
Well, we'll try the quiet way first.
That might damage it depending on how fragile the artifact is or the artwork.
Well, I take
There
that
are
into
quite a
account.
few of them that just the tiniest bit of dust will destroy.
Well, it's
Think
probably
about
not
it.
that fragile.
Explosive.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be storing it in a safe in a art gallery somewhere. It would be in an environmentally controlled room, which actually you don't know if it is or not. That's another thing you'd have to find out. But Ruby has the plane ticket, gives you a prepaid card with a few $1,000s on it, enough to cover cheap motel rooms, obviously, or something like that. Or you could cash it out and just have cash. Are
there any hotels nearby the place?
There are. There's also
Let's-
Airbnb places. You want to do that?
Ooh, let's get.
We're in the future, the 2050.
Let's see if we can find an Airbnb place nearby.
Do you have any other questions for Ruby or anything?
What am I here for?
You are here to cover to make sure they're specialists, but how things are. Sometimes they need to get things in the field that are harder to acquire. If they need any specialist gear, you'll be helping them with that. There's also the idea that you could just cultivate an inside person there. If there's a clerk there, you might be able to just bribe them to get a look inside to find out what the safe is. I've tried to go too lean on these things. I think it would be better to spread it, make sure there's a little bit of backup. And you're very reliable. I'm sorry, what's your character's name?
Hamid.
Hamid, you're very reliable. Don't sell yourself short.
And I'm certain that we'll probably also need to take.
Wait,
at
aren't
least
you,
have somebody to talk to the
driver
rep-
too?
Yes.
Yeah, you're also, in case we need to get away here.
But we'll probably need somebody to talk to the realtor as well, since if we're interested in the next door property.
Yeah, if you wanted to get in legitimately, that would be useful. But yeah, also you're also very good on the wheels. I remember. You know what I'm thinking about.
Yes. Let's not speak of it in next time.
Certainly not. But yeah, I think this would be a very proper line of work. So, good evening, gentlemen. I have a show to attend. Well, first off, we should enjoy our dinner first.
Yeah. Don't meet in a big fancy restaurant and talk for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That would be
So yeah, you have a great dinner. It's fine American dining. Let's see. Ruby has a steak medium rare. What do you?
I
guys?
would guess
Steak.
that this is probably a place, since it's in San Francisco, that does a really good fish dish.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. Do you get some swordfish or something? Yeah.
Steak for me.
Yeah.
I eat vegan.
Vegan. Nice. All right.
So
Where are they going to find a
Wine
vegan?
and sprouts.
Yeah.
You're going to eat a vegan? That's
Hey-o.
They're grass fed.
Are they organic?
or
Are they local?
braised lemon chicken. So
All right. So it's excellent. I mean,
with couscous.
they have 2 Michelin stars. I'll say. I don't know. It's a great restaurant.
2?
Yeah.
I'm not taking this job. I throw down my
2 is really good.
I throw down my napkin in disgust. I'm just kidding. Let's get on a flight.
So you can
Actually,
apply.
is about
It's not coach, is it?
No.
Because I will quit.
Business.
All right.
Yeah, those of you, since you all have Streetwise, you do remember hearing something about some big art heists in New York recently, and Ruby is spending a lot more money than she usually does.
Oh, well, that's where I'm from.
Right. So if you wanted to get more information about that, you could do some research. But you get a sense that, well, she is upgrading her lifestyle, and so she's
Moving on up.
Prefer to research Infinite Canvas.
right. All right. So yeah, you have usual gadgets or whatever on you, smartphones or laptops, so you can do that on the flight. They have Wi-Fi on the flight. So, and you're in business class, so it's free. Oh, part of the ticket cost. What are you wanting to? Yeah. So what's the plan? You guys can talk about it. You can approach Infinite Canvas in any number of ways. You know
You might
that.
say that there are infinite ways?
No, there actually are finite ways. Gravity still exists, for example. You can't fly. Yeah.
Railroads.
Yeah.
I want to know how long it's been around, who owns it, what kind of functions they hold.
Okay.
They're an art gallery. They're not self-sustaining. They're getting grants. They're doing charitable shit. They're part of a community. So
No, actually they are. They're high end. They sell. Actually, their specialty is furniture and decorations for very rich people. So they have a lot of. They get
Like
stuff.
a Queen Anne sofa.
Yeah, a literal Queen Anne sofa, or lately they've been getting a lot of stuff from the Middle East, which is totally legitimate. But if you want a nice, Persian bust,
weird. Wonder where that came from.
yeah. But rich people,
Some statue of Ahura Mazda.
yeah, they've been around for about 20 years. It's a very shishi, very upscale stuff in New York. The gallery owner.
This is the one in Chicago or New York?
Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, you were going to Chicago. The stuff that happened in New York, you realize Ruby has been, her sources in New York probably gave her information that led her to making lots of money by stealing art in New York. And now she's wanting to expand her operations or get away from New York because there's probably a lot of heat on her.
Heat's
Yeah.
on.
So she.
I know.
That's why you met in San Francisco. That's where she's probably hanging out on the West Coast now. So high end, they do occasionally do have shows of new arts, local hot new artists in Chicago, but mostly the mainstays furniture. Older antiquities, like they once sold some mosaic tile work from that they found in a Roman archaeological site, which was so that's what you get for free. What else did you want to know?
I wanted to know, like, what kind of societal do they have gallery showings? Are they private?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have open hours?
They do have open hours. They open business hours.
This is still 0 point, right?
Yeah, this is 0 point. They have open business hours 9 to 5. Actually, 10 noon to 5. Very limited business hours. They occasionally do a gallery showing of a local artist. You realize that's probably the gallery owner, a guy named Marion. Let's see here. What's the good playtester name from this game? Last name.
Conrad.
Let's see here. Marion James. Let's see here. He is obviously connected with the local art scene, and so as a favor, he will do art showings of local upcoming artists there. But his space isn't really used for that often. So there is one coming up in a few days, actually. So you could do that. So here, yeah, you have 5 days right now before the item is supposed to be moved out.
I suggest that we all use that opportunity to case the place.
Yeah.
Various walks of life.
So you get into you land in Chicago.
Well, can I do some other stuff on the
Yeah,
plane?
sure.
So I want to go through an Airbnb. I want to find somebody who has the most reviews, not
Okay.
the highest rating, so they get high usage
High usage. Okay.
and high yield, so touristy. Mm-hmm. And then I want to build a cover, so I can just spend cover points, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Tourist to Chicago. Get
gonna
some
make
photos
it
at the Bean.
paper thin.
Yeah, just 1 point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. John Smith and other John Smith.
We are Boys and Girls Club coming to compete for the national contest. I'm the sponsor. This is the publication crew. We're waiting for the child and their parents to come in, but we need a large space for a number of days. We'll prepare, festivities and compete in the contest and things like that. So,
How does it matter how far away it is from the gallery?
I want something, bunk beddy, cheapish.
Okay.
They get a lot of touristy folks.
I mean,
in and out.
does it matter where it is?
I would like something within commute. I don't want like 4 hours away. Yeah.
There are suburbs right outside of Chicago, and they're basically some people who have turned houses into hostels.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you can
basically
buy.
hostels.
Yeah. Like the place we found almost for Gen Con. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically what you find. But with the money you have, you could block out. You could basically rent out. I'll say your credit card is a 5-point pool of credit rating, basically. For 1 point, you can get just one room, or for 3 points, you could just rent out the entire house, and no one else will be there for the entire time. Actually, 2 points. It's only 5 days.
So I think that would be worth the 2 points to get the entire house to ourselves, especially if we need a workspace.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Agreed.
All right, so you have 3 points left on that, and you have a paper thin identity attached to it.
And then I want to contact a former networking buddy. I want to network, basically.
Okay.
Someone that can get me a car.
Without the paperwork.
Yeah, I need a
Yeah.
specific type of car.
Okay, go
So I'm
ahead.
going to spend 2 points.
Sure, go ahead and roll. What did you get? Was it a 3?
It was a 1.
Plus 2, right?
Yeah,
So
so
3. Yeah, there's a guy there. Let's say he's really into meth now, but he hasn't totally declined.
Great.
So what's his name? Or her name? Yeah.
Amber.
Amber.
All right,
That's
yeah,
fine.
Amber. Met her at an, she used to be a society girl, but now more of an exotic dancer type.
Great.
Yeah. But Amber will, you're very classy to her, so she's still trying to hook you, I guess. So she'll answer your calls. She'll pick you up at the airport, if you want.
I'm okay.
Yeah. But
Uber, thanks. hon.
but she can rent you a car. She says, "Oh yeah, hey, how's it going, Hammy? How you doing?"
Amber, how are you, love?
Yes, so classy there with the not like these mooks out here. Yeah, you need a car?
Yes, I need a specific type of car. I don't really want to talk about it over the phone.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Could we meet somewhere?
sure. I'm at the club near the airport.
Oh, great.
Yeah, the scratching post.
Oh.
Lovely. Well, you gentlemen have a good time. I will meet up with you after I secure some provisions. Any requests while I'm out?
So just good green tea. That's all I ask.
Okay. Well, I have my cell on me. Let me
Yeah.
know if you need anything.
Okay, so you're going to the scratching post.
I will go about the city, and I'm basically the professional shopper for the crew. So
Yeah.
I will go find things.
Okay.
I'm going to shop for a few other things, and when I say shop, I mean
Shoplift.
no, not shoplift. As much as collecting the appropriate hairs and blood to frame random people.
All right. Wait, just linger in those restrooms.
So, but yeah, while we're at least during the time when we're flying and getting down, I was going to research a couple things. One, the realty company that's handling the sale of the building next to the art gallery.
Sure. What's it called?
Let's see.
I like this. I like you people make up the generic names now.
So,
Well, since we kind of got a theme going with Ruby, Garnet, and Amber, I would suggest Jade.
Jade on this one. No, I'm gonna get. This will be with. I'll say Zimmerman Realty. So
Zimmerman Realties. All right. We really apologize about that telegram.
You're not foreign. Wait, you're not foreign, are you?
Yeah.
Or have tea and Skittles, man.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Anyways. Anyway, yeah. No, I was talking about the telegram. Anyway.
I also said that
So you have the realty company's address. It's night now. You landed.
Well, I do have the address, although I want to look on their site to see what the listing is for the building, if they have any other schematics.
They don't have.
Sorry,
they have a walkthrough of the space, a virtual tour. They don't have a quote on it. You know, you have to call them. They don't just put that out. So for 0 point, you get all that contact information.
Okay.
Are you looking for something specific? You can arrange a meeting with a realty agent pretty easily.
Yeah, I figure we can get all the information from that. Worse off when we're on the ground, I might be able to see if we can get into the county records to see if they have any specific building records, or at least records for code of violations.
From the virtual tour, you can see, where the wall would obviously connect with the infinite canvas. And you realize you could it's under construction right now. The place has been abandoned. Well, you don't know. Well, it's an empty space. You could easily put something up on it's facing a window, so you would have to cover up the window in order to not if you wanted to knock through the wall to get through to the other side. You get a basic sense of it.
Okay.
You don't have the full blueprints or schematics. You don't know what's load bearing or not, obviously. But it doesn't look like this has access to the basement. Looks like the basement is totally on the infinite canvas side.
Okay, so there's nothing else. So there's no lower level to this building at all. So.
Well, there's a lower level to the building, just not in this side of the building. You realize that the wall. This was originally one space, but then they put a wall on it so they could subdivide it.
Okay.
So the wall was a later addition, but the entrance to the basement is on the infinite canvas side.
And by being a later addition, that means that it's also somewhat thinner.
Yes, that would be 0
It's
point.
probably just drywall.
Yeah, so that would be a 0 point spin.
Okay.
So you don't have to do anything for that. Any other initial investigation or anything like that? What about you? Sorry.
I'm trying to find.
What would it take to get invited to that gallery showing?
Well, if you have high society and a cover you wanted to attach it to, for 0 points you could get in as just with $100 donation for the arts. It's a upcoming artist, but it's a charity gala ball or showing for a local art-based charity, teaching art, getting art supplies for kids. And then they're showcasing local new artists. So it's like several different artists.
Would an art history spend be able to...
But for a 1 point spend, you could get a better access or like a meeting with the artist or stuff like that.
I'll do a 1 point spend and I'll set up a cover for it.
Okay. So, Skinner, what did you want to do?
Art history, dumming up a art critic persona.
That would not be art history. That would be cover.
I've got cover, but I'm thinking that would give it validity.
Well, that would be when you actually talk to somebody, they would believe that you're an art critic. But you'd have to. The credentials are through cover. That would be faking the ID and stuff like that. So you can set that up. So are you what are you? You can meet with Amber at any time, or
I'm going there now.
Okay, so the scratching post is about what you would expect in terms of
airports, strip club.
Yeah, and there are a lot of trash businessmen there, and then the DJ's playing Skrillex, so it's just yeah, basically.
Congratulations, you arrived on appendectomy scar night.
Amber's going by the name Destiny.
She is.
Yeah. But she sees you. Oh, she brings you into and brings you into the backstage room. So basically showing you off to the other dance. Look, see, I have international friends who are very, and so she expects you to speak with a British accent too.
Hello.
So she then takes you off to her side. So, are you in town for long? Did you want to go out somewhere fancy? Yeah.
Amber, I need to speak to some friends of yours. I need to get a car.
Oh, yeah. Work before pleasure, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are you wanting to get?
I need a shark car. Are you familiar with the term?
Shark car? No. Is that
Like a hybrid?
Yeah, no.
It is a car made of composites of various other commonly used vehicles, welded together frames with an odd shape and different exterior features.
Oh, yeah, I know some guys who could probably get you that. They're kind of rough-looking customers, though. They kind of want, cash up front, that kind of thing. I could maybe swing some favors, though. So you realize with Bullshit Detector, you could either pay cash or use flattery to, hey, you're great, spend some time with Amber.
I'll use flattery.
Yeah, all right. You turn on the charm.
Well, it's not exactly I need to borrow. I just to borrow it for a few days. I'm more of renting it.
Yeah. I can get you in touch with.
So great, you've lost so much weight.
Oh yeah, no, I've been self-medicating.
Paleo?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they call it now. And there's this new stuff called Spice. Oh man, you lose so much weight using it. So
bring it back up.
The spice must flow.
Yeah, the spice must flow. So she can get you in touch with Dusty, and so with a 1 point flattery spend and 1 point from your credit rating or 2 points of preparedness, you can basically rent a shark truck.
Okay.
For one night. Like they are pretty touchy about it. But yeah, so you have a shark truck on call.
All right.
So that's how you spend your night. You have to stay at the strip club and talk her up to all her friends. You realize that would help it. Yeah. Oh no, she's quite. She's way better than you, Scrubs. Basically.
All right.
Yeah. She really wants to rub it in the other dancers there. So
while at the strip club, I will do research about the art gallery.
Yeah.
I will set up cover with 3 points of Dusty. That sounded good.
Taking his name.
Yeah.
For the high society.
Dusty NJ. I am a professional shopper.
Yeah.
For a number of local music gurus out of Chicago. And they need to equip their ridiculous lofts and mansions. They call me because I can be both hip and understand, dovetail joints and Victorian furniture.
Okay.
Okay. So I am a professional buyer, basically.
Okay. You spend that time. So this was basically the first night. You set that up. Let's see here. You were researching. You figure out the realty.
Yeah.
Did you want to set up a meeting with the Zimmerman?
Yeah, I would like to go ahead and set up with a meeting with the primary Zimmerman, whoever the primary realtor is.
Janet, the realtor.
Okay.
She is quite happy. She answers her email at 1 a.m. She's really. I realize probably always be closing in a school of realty, so that'll be fun. But she'll really try and sell that. So do you have cover to go with that?
So I realize I don't have any points in cover.
All right, that's fine. She doesn't know what you look like. So Skinner, what else? Well, you were trying to get some stuff too. What were you looking for?
Yeah, I was basically trying to. I'm figuring that we're going to take a double-pronged approach on the gallery. Figure that this way we can both case it, so I'm just going to spend 2 points on
a cover.
Yeah, 2 points on a cover, just art critic from small local paper.
Sure.
Actually, we'll go as
or
far
art
as
blog.
St. Louis.
Okay, yeah, you can do it from St. Louis.
Just far enough away that, just close enough that it's a one-day trip.
Sure.
Just far enough away that nobody's going to check it out.
Yeah, you can say you scammed some travel money out of the paper, to go up to Chicago. Took the train up here, so
it's a wonderful human interest story.
Great. Yeah, you could talk about the showing of hot new artists from Chicago,
and not just for the artists, but we love what you're doing with the kids.
There you go. It's all about the kids. So the first night, what about you, Ryan?
I'm gonna try to see if I can find out what kind of safe is down there.
Well, that would be. How are you going to do that? It is night. It is closed.
Blow a hole in it. Go for it.
Yeah, just ram the truck.
We got it, guys.
Actually, first
If we get the safe, we get whatever's in it automatically. Just hitch a chain to it. Drag it through downtown.
It worked for the Fast and
actually,
Furious
see if I
crew.
can't find someone
live
nearby that
1/4 mile at a
I
time.
could maybe
God damn it.
you get either finished product or get some materials to make shape charges.
All right, do you have network?
Streetwise?
Network. You have network.
Yes, I do.
You could spend network to have a personal contact, or you could use Streetwise to make a generalized approach. But this person wouldn't know you, and they would have to figure out if you're a cop or not.
I'll do network.
Okay. How many points are you going to spend?
3.
Make a roll. 6. All right. You're in luck. Let's see. Your character's... is your character Irish American or Irish?
Irish American.
Irish American. So you know an army buddy. Whose
IRA.
name? I said army buddy, like not IRA army.
Okay.
But he... What's his name?
Phil.
Phil from the army. He's really good with explosives. He works for a mining company.
Phil
now.
Cassidy.
Phil Cassidy. He works for a mining company. And he, blows things up for a living. So he would, and you trust him, and he trusts you. So you could easily buy explosives from him. So you give him a call, I assume. I was like,
Phil, how the fuck you doing?
I'm doing great. Got some kids now.
Really? You went and did it?
Yeah.
Well, Mazel Tov and my condolences at the same time.
All right. I thought you were dead or in jail after that thing in Boston. I just kind of assumed.
Nah. It's like, that was my cover for getting out.
Oh, the old one,
Like,
too.
No, business is booming.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Maybe we should not talk about this on the phone.
No, I'm looking. I got a party coming. I need some party favors.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely talk. So, meet me at the Waffle House. There are Waffle Houses in this universe in Chicago. It's 24/7.
So dark.
It is so dark. Off the highway over here. So
Yeah, all right, I'll meet you there.
all right. So you go to the. Oh no, actually, screw it. No, it's Denny's. It's an RPPR game. We have to meet it all 24 hours a day. So
That is the epitome of darkness.
Is it a Waffle House that has the W on the sign burned out?
So it says awful house.
something like that.
No, it's a Denny's.
Yeah, it's a
The
Denny's.
sign's flickering.
I'm not using the die.
Yeah. Denny's.
The other one.
So you meet Phil there.
I'll go with the casino die.
He. I think you can just spend network points to. So if you, I think for the exact rules for networks, he spent 3 points. Does that let him?
It gives him a bonus on his roll.
Yeah. So. So he asks you what exactly you need, and you tell him, but you don't exactly know yourself.
I'm thinking like I'm going with as much as I can, like something that could get through an average safe.
Okay.
Not a vault,
Right.
but like I guess like a floor safe.
Okay.
But not something so powerful that it's going to damage what's inside.
Okay.
Also, as well, something that could quickly get through a wall.
All right. He does that. He can do that, but you realize he will have to report it as stole. He will have to. He can basically take it from his employer, and you can pay him. That's what your networking spend was for. But you will gain a point of heat because he will have to report it. So yeah. So that's the thing. So and it'll take him 24 hours to get. So yeah, that will be the cost for it. You can get whatever you can get the amount that you need, that you think you need, and then some. Actually, there'll be more than.
And it just needs to be explosive. I can actually make them into shape charges.
Yeah. So yeah, you get I'll say 2 satchel charges worth of explosives with this meat. But your heat will go up. I will say it is now. I'll say yeah, your heat is now 2. So if you draw 10, so if you do something in the scene, I will have to roll d6 to see if you do that because he has to report it missing or that he blew it up, and well, he has to report it missing. So he can't. He's not gonna like give up his job.
No, I understand.
So, but yeah, you got explosives now. You got high quality plastic explosives. 2 satchel charges worth. So
all right. I guess then we'll all head recon back at the room and
yeah.
Speak of the toys we got and what we did today.
Yeah.
I will.
So yeah, this is the end of the first night. So
Oh, it is.
yeah.
I can't do anything else.
No, you have to spend the rest of the night, basically
Losing.
fluffing Amber's ego in order to get her to.
Her ego.
Yeah. Well, she has to work all night, so you just have to hang out in the strip club.
I'm fine as long as I'm not allowed to touch her.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything as long as I'm in the strip club.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gotta keep buying drinks.
Yeah. So it's fine. And so then
Playing Angry Birds by the end of the night.
And then she eventually, she's just utterly exhausted, so she has to be driven home. So yeah, that's your morning. So you got the meeting with Janet.
Yes.
Was there anything else you wanted to do during the night?
I was wondering, the other thing I was wanting to look at, possibly pulling up a contact, like one of my old NSA buddies, who could possibly pull up any kind of phone records going in or out of the studio, seeing if we could flag anything that might come off as odd, like a repeating number, some other contact that might be coming up more often than not.
That would definitely be a network spend.
Okay, so. And is it just been
Do you have network?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how many points are you going to spend?
I'll spend 2.
Do you have traffic analysis?
No, I do not. So
That's literally what traffic analysis is. So, and it'll also tell you about time too, because that you would basically be dumping a lot, however many calls it is, and then trying to figure out what the meaning.
I have
of
traffic analysis.
Okay, so
if you want to do that, you can.
Okay, so I can do that and then hand it off to him. So
Sure.
I'll do it. All right, so I'll roll that.
How many are you spending?
2.
Okay.
So my full 2. And that will give me a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodd. Yep. So you, buddy. Happy to do it.
Thanks, Cody.
So you have some phone records to traffic analyze if you want to.
Great.
You could use those. You can pull those up at any time. So
you spent an evening with a lovely girl.
yeah. So morning comes. It is now day 2. On the evening of day, let's see here, 4. I think I said that will be the gallery. Yeah.
Gallery show.
So. Let's see here. So what does everybody want to do?
Yes, in the
Or do
morning.
you guys want to have a meeting to discuss what you're planning?
Actually, on the I guess on the kitchen table is some C4 now.
Yeah, or Semtex or whatever it is.
Semtex.
Yeah.
Just gonna leave that out there then, eh?
It's our place. It's fine. Fine. I'll put it in a shopping bag.
I realize we're at an Airbnb pretending to be Boys and Girls Club sponsors.
Okay, I'll put it in a Walmart bag.
It literally says C4 on the side.
It's Semtex. There's a difference.
Yeah.
It's still explosives.
Fine, I'll put it in a shopping bag.
Could you at least
Excellent trade
relabel
craft.
it?
All those stories you heard about the Boston thing really start to make more sense now.
Yeah, actually, I'll put it in the Dunkin' Donuts bag because I got donuts for everybody.
Okay.
I'm going out to the market today. Does anyone need anything? I've
Pick me up
secured
some-
transportation for the night.
Pick me up.
And I've secured an invitation for the gallery meeting, if we need that. I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hardware shopping. But while you're out, could you get me some Guinness?
I meant more along the things you can't get for your own fucking self at the store.
Like, be more specific. Fine. Now I'll get my own Guinness. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys don't have any guns or anything. Of course, you probably should. You won't need those, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really, really hoping we don't need those.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine.
Not after Boston.
Yeah, I'm not after Boston.
He does raise a good point. I'm thinking that something small would be useful.
So a Barrett.
This is
Well,
not
there's no shortage of guns in this
Boston.
town. That won't go very much against our overhead.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
we may do as well to start up surveillance shortly. So, would it be possible to pick up some cheap webcams?
I will be going by a police supply store later today, so I could get that on the way, no doubt.
Okay.
Right. All right, so I'll just go left to right and sort of ask what you guys want to do. So,
If I'm going to retrieve some small things, I would prefer not to go by myself.
I'll go with.
So, or actually, if you want a detour on me because I need to meet with the realtor today, and unfortunately I'm not.
I don't think the realtor is going to be going to the neighborhood I will be shopping in.
We're like, oh yeah, I love those.
I'll
Hey,
be waiting.
I grew up in one of those kind of neighborhoods, man.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
Why don't I go with? I know what we're looking for.
I can fit in such places.
okay. Well,
Whatever you want to do, it's up to you.
yeah. You have to choose yourself what you want to do.
No, it's who does he want to go with him?
Yeah, okay.
Both of you could go with me if you want.
All right. Yeah, Aaron can be with the Alondro can be with the realtor.
Alejandro.
Alondro, yeah. Sorry,
Alejandro Sosa.
Alejandro. So yeah, that's your first setting is your meeting.
With a realtor.
Yeah,
So.
with Janet, the realtor. So the three of you can go on your shopping trip, basically. So you have the shark truck already, and all right. So we'll do that first. So Alejandro, you don't have any cover points, so you have to use your real name for this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Janet won't come down there. All right, no, I guess you could get a fake name. You could give a fake name.
Just wing it as far as we can. So.
Yeah, I'll say that'll get you there. So hello there. Hello, I'm Janet. I'm with Zimmerman Realties. We're real excited to hear from you. So you meet at the building. You know, she has the key. She's like, "This will be open. Let me just. We have so many. We're very busy. You know."
Oh no, understandable. So.
Oh, here we go. So this is a very nice commercial space. 2,500 square feet. We have full water. You have 2 bathrooms. Very clean, as you can see. There was some renovation work that was started, but they kind of stopped it. But there's nothing really you can't undo, or you could build upon this.
No,
look in there.
it's for the storefront because I'm actually looking.
I'm sorry, and I didn't get your name. What was that again?
It's Alexander.
Alexander.
That's
Alexander. So, are you new to Chicago?
No, I have like a little bit newish. I've been here into my travels. Mostly, I just have friends here, but I've sort of hit an early retirement with my job, so I've decided.
Oh, what did you do?
Mainly just general contract work across the world. So different
contract work.
So basically just security system setups and whatnot. So.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to set up like a security store here or something?
So a little bit in that case. So something that would help out with the neighborhood. So. Okay. Kind of look out for the other ones.
Now, I noticed on our form you didn't fill out all the information we need to do. This is a very fast-moving property, so if you want to get it, we need to get that credit check in place very soon, so we can start processing your paperwork. So what could you fill out the rest of your information? See, I have a tablet right here. We could just fill it out, and we could have our people do this very quickly. I mean, this is a very attractive location. Very high-end customers here.
Unfortunately, I do understand the necessity for that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do it immediately since I do have a couple of the properties to look at today. But I would, if you give me the information.
This is just a check. Don't worry about it. It won't. What other properties are you looking at? So, do you have any interpersonal skills?
So. bureaucracy, streetwise,
Okay.
and cop talk. So, 'cause
Reassurance and flattery work better here. Let's see here.
So you can use
portrait.
I would think bureaucracy.
001111.
Well, that's data intrusion.
it is absolutely not that bad.
I was going to suggest
That's what I was-
maybe bureaucracy if you're going
well-
to try to tie her up with. Well, I've got a lot of.
Well, this is
Board of directors,
it's
yada, yada,
this-
Okay.
So,
and give her the steps you have
but-
to go through for all of it.
but looking into it, I just say I do have other. I was like, well, I unfortunately can't give those names away. As I can't really say that because of other business dealings I'm going with right now, because there might be multiple properties.
Okay, so first off, what are you trying to get out of this meeting? You're inside the space, you're looking around a little bit, you've been here for a couple minutes, she's shown you the space, there's not a whole lot there, and so she's going to try and sell you this really hard, and if you don't, she's going to kick you out if she thinks you're just, like, wasting her time.
True.
So what are you trying to get out of this?
Mainly just looking around the area, seeing, kind of gauging where we could. That's like if we're punching through the wall at some point, setting up either a drill or a cutter, so we're not seen. Is it pretty much windowed across the entire?
It's windows across the entire front. You'd have to put something up on the windows to block it out. Which, if there's already a saw, I will say there is. It's an empty space, but there's a sawhorse and some boards of wood on the floor. So you could easily put those near the front to make it look like it's under construction. But you don't know what's on the other side. But you've seen this side.
Yes.
So that's what you can get for 0 points. You're going to have to make a spend if you want to stay in here and figure out more information.
Okay, but it's like I'll at least go with bureaucracy again. But I have to tell you something. I am the business that I'm.
Well, for one, okay. So if you want to make a bureaucracy spend for 1 point, you can get a benefit. Do you want to spend it?
Yes.
All right. You spend your point of bureaucracy. You realize you could, especially with your accent, you could say, "Oh, well, my company's foreign, is moving into America, so all the paperwork's we're transitioning to an American company, so it's very blah 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 blah." So you can stay here a little longer and stall her more. So what else are you trying to figure out?
Particularly getting at least trying to pull information from her about what she may have seen of the neighborhood, at least the neighbor specifically for the gallery next door. See if I can just pull information out. Like, what do you know about the neighborhood overall in general? I've been very, very interested.
It's very high end. It's very classy people. I'm sure a lot of them are very security conscious, and especially in these days and times, you never know what criminals are lurking around the corner.
And what we're sharing the building with, that's an art gallery, right?
Yes, you can just get. They're open right now.
Oh, really?
So that's what you're doing right now. So meanwhile, shopping trip. What's your first stop?
I go to a police supply store.
All right.
I buy an extendable baton.
Okay. You guys buying anything?
I'm out for
I
like
buy cheap spy cams.
Okay, you buy cheap webcams.
I'm out. I'm getting tool kits.
Okay.
So I can work with the charges to what I need.
You buy tools, a tool belt, all that.
While we're at the police supply store, I'm also going to pick up a couple of things like wet belts so that we've got spots to put all of the things that we're going to have.
All right, and you also remember about flashlights and stuff like that. So with red filters on them, so they're very tactical.
And also like black loose clothing, something easy to and basically a cap, a burglar suit.
Yeah.
Something I can sneak in.
You get all that for 1 point on your credit card. So you got 2 points left, I think.
We have 2 money units left.
2 money units left.
Also going to make sure to pick up the appropriate kind of gloves and or super glue.
Okay. You can have some super glue and some gloves. All right.
Yeah, we'll need gloves.
Yeah, you all have gloves. You have CSI blue gloves.
In Chicago, we need gloves.
Yeah.
It's cold.
And also like mask.
Yeah. SWAT team stuff. So all right, you've got your police supplies.
Streetwise, where do I go to buy a gun?
Do you want a cheap throwaway piece, or do you want an actual
I want a cheap throwaway piece.
Cheap throwaway piece.
If I have to use it, it's already too late. I don't need a silenced. I need something that shoots bullets at people.
Okay. You actually know. For 0 points,
I will spend a point.
You will spend a point. Well, you do. You know all the gangs around here. For the 0 point clue would have been like any gang around here would have like basically community guns. Like for the people who are too poor, they just hide a gun in a certain place, and you can go and get the gun, and then you return it. So those guns will have probably lots of bodies on them.
No, I want actually those guns.
Okay, but well, for one point though, you do know. Let's say Edna. That's what she's older woman, kind of a hoarder. But you know, a lot of people buy weapons from her. She probably finds the guns that people throw away. She cleans them up and uses.
So that's to be clear.
Yeah,
A former MI5.
yeah.
Pakistani immigrant.
Chicago has black sites. Remember?
It's true, but I know a random bag woman that steals gang weapons and resells them.
Yeah.
All right, no, we're going to go see her. I'll make that spin.
And yeah,
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, two-story building. Yeah, there are cats everywhere. Yes, it smells of cat piss even in the front yard. Edna hears you approach, says, well, but just yells at you before you even get to the doorknob. Just come on in.
Edna, hello?
Hello? Get in here. Oh, so you go inside.
Yes,
it is a hoarder's, it is a fire trap. And there are newspapers stacked up to your head on either side of the hallway.
And she's a smoker, I'm guessing.
She is now. So the place smells of cat piss and cigarette smoke.
So probably fire would be the best thing to happen to this place.
It will happen. It will happen. It's just a matter of when. But Edna comes in. She looks at you. Just you've never met her before. You've only heard of her again from the people who've been to the black sites that talk about Chicago, how fucked up it is. Because like the police, like they just. It's everybody
No one wants
uses
to raid Edna's house because then what are we going to do with all those fucking cats?
Yeah. And none of the cops actually believe that she sells us many guns. Maybe she found a gun once and sold it, but no, like she's the person. So she's like, well, you ain't here to adopt a cat, ain't you? Because I love them all, and you can't have them. You're not from the shelter, are you?
No. Well, you drive a hard bargain. I would like pistols instead.
Oh,
Well, there's a cat named Pistols.
You don't look like my usual customer. That's fine. You got money though, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So with a 2-point, you can get everybody a throwaway handgun and some ammo. Did you want something better?
What better? Like,
well, I got one of them Russian things. Somebody used once. They didn't. No one ever checks the bag lady's shopping cart for guns. So I grabbed it before the cops found it. It's one of them things. A longer Russian thing. You realize
Kalashnikov?
Yeah, that's it. She got one of them. Got some bullets with it.
Okay, if we need a Kalashnikov, things have really gone south.
Yeah.
are you planning to recruit any child soldiers while we're here, Skinner?
Obviously, you don't know my line of work.
Well, then I suppose not. Thank you, though. What a lovely offer.
So yeah, she has 4 handguns that will do handgun damage. They are pretty beaten up, but
Revolvers.
yeah. There's 2. There's 1 automatic. So who gets the automatic?
I'll take a revolver.
So not the automatic.
I'll take the automatic.
All right, you take the automatic. With free, you have firearms points. You realize this really needs to be cleaned and maintained.
Well, we can do that. That's not an extra spend, right?
Okay. That'll take some time, yeah. But yeah, you can do that.
That's what we can do over dinner tonight at the place.
We'll
order in
Chinese
something.
takeout and cleaning guns
Yeah.
is a pivotal scene in any espionage.
True, fair enough. So you leave it.
There must be gun fun.
Cats meow at you.
Like,
Well, I told you fire was inevitable.
No witnesses.
I'll pet one.
Okay. Your hand itches afterwards. You realize it has
With the glove.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Make a
Nice.
preparedness
Leave
check.
no prints.
Yeah.
We just bought a whole bunch of gloves.
Were you wearing them to meet at?
As soon as I saw the cat, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. You have to throw away the glove, though.
Yeah, I was going to do that.
All right. So you bought guns from Edna. So meanwhile,
I think that.
what was the other thing you after you spent your point of bureaucracy? What was the other thing you wanted to find out? Oh yeah, no, you were talking about that. She says there's security. They use motion sensors, very high tech. They had seismic, but they stopped. They disabled them because when they were doing renovations, the crew kept triggering them. So, and I don't think, I'll have to check to see if they turned them back on or not. That's if you wanted to do renovations.
Okay.
So, but they're very nice people. They're having an art gallery opening soon. To showcase local artists. They mostly do like high class furniture and stuff like that. So if you wanted a very old world class, and they have stuff from like, the Middle East, very exotic, very old stuff.
Interesting. So
that's all you can get from that. So you have to make them spend if you want to stay.
So that's pretty much all I can get out of the information right now. So
Unless you want to spend.
Yeah. So no, I will say no. I may actually take a look at the neighbors here when I come back around this way, but I do have other appointments to keep today. So,
are you sure you don't want please, come on? This is okay.
So
she is not very happy with you.
So okay.
Yeah.
So
she just does not say anything and pushes you out the door.
Yeah. So breaking in here. So.
Yeah.
I'm breaking in here tonight, stealing right now. I'm singing on this.
Wait, what was that? So, yep. That's one witness. Anyways. So, it's about noon. The gallery's open if you guys want to go buy Infinite Canvas yourself. Are there any other shopping things you want to do?
I'm going to go nice part of town.
Okay.
Spend a point of human terrain to find a rich mark.
To what end?
To get his money.
Okay. Oh, you're just going to jack a dude?
I'm not going to jack him.
Okay.
I know he's been jacked.
Okay. But there are a lot of rich people that are probably gullible. It depends on what angle you're looking for. Like, are you
Pickpocketing, right?
Yes.
No. Oh, pickpocketing. Okay, yeah. Actually, with 1 point spin. Oh, that dude is 60 years old and that woman's 25. There's no way they're married. He has a wedding ring on his finger. He is totally having an affair with that woman. So he's very, very distracted by her right now.
Perfectly fine. So I want to make a surveillance roll.
Okay.
While he's shopping.
Yeah.
To kind of tail him.
He's going to Jared's.
Oh. Not for long. Zero points back.
Okay.
So a 5 on surveillance.
Yeah.
I'll look at his PIN code next time he buys something.
Okay, you got it. It is 0420 for that immersion.
Yeah, man. And then I'm going to make a 3-point filch spend.
3-point fence? What?
Filch.
Oh, to steal his card?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, if you can get his entire wallet.
I'll go for
Yeah.
So that's a 6.
Yeah, with that, yeah. You got it as well.
ATM. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Yep.
While you're doing that,
I'll even say with the 6, you realize you should cover up the camera on the ATM.
I do so.
Yeah.
and while he's doing that,
Got my
I'm
daily
going
paper.
Yeah.
to, outside of the wallet, very carefully, just saving his prints.
Okay. Oh, the Mark's prints?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You have prints if you ever need, if you have biometric stuff, you can fake that too. But yeah, I'll give you a 3 more money units with that. So you can, and also I'll give you a 1 point cover. You can ID theft that guy. You don't look like him, and you don't know much about him, but
Oh, can I
You
get
have
an account statement while I'm at the ATM?
sure.
Cool.
He has lots of money in it, but there's only a $5,000 a day withdrawal.
Has he ever used Uber before?
Yeah.
I pull his Uber account number.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
I will keep that if we need an extra getaway car.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's gonna be one pissed off Uber driver. Drive faster!
No, he's getting dumped out of his car.
This Pakistani guy named George Saunders held me at gunpoint.
I'm just impressed the guy would recognize you as Pakistani as opposed to,
So now I will go to the gallery.
Okay, Infinite Canvas is there. Alejandro is there as well, if you want to be. It's like,
Yeah, we can.
Who's that?
yeah.
We don't know each other.
Okay, you don't
Yeah,
know.
no. Well, we'll pretend to not know each other while we look.
Okay.
While we case the.
Yeah, it's a very fancy. It's a one-story place. It's pretty spacious though, but they have mostly furniture. There's a big brass mirror. They do have some stonework and some other things from the Middle East. There's some jewelry there. It's very high-end stuff. I mean, it starts at 4 digits and goes up in terms of like the cheapest thing is $1,000.
So, on the dividing wall.
And that's the water you're drinking.
Yeah, but on the dividing wall, where is there anything? What's in front of that specifically?
Actually, there are some spaces in there. They have cleared some space on that wall. In fact, most of the wall is clear because they are preparing for the art gallery. They've moved some of their stuff aside. Often they stack some things out. They've actually cleared some space. You can see where they used to have furniture there, but they're making space for the gallery. So it's actually open.
You mean for the art show?
Yeah, for the art show. Sorry. Yeah, the gallery.
So,
There are 2 people there. There is a middle-aged woman who's clearly the manager, and then there's a young clerk who has that very fattish haircut where it's just buzzed on the sides and then like straight on top, and very thick, large black glasses.
Or shaved on one side and like flipped over.
Yeah,
the art history major that
yeah.
won the lottery of not working at Starbucks.
Basically.
How lonely does she look?
Wow.
Bullshit detector.
I'm an asset handler.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
She actually, with bullshit detector, she.
I can use human terrain or...
Well, 0 point, you think she's nothing really pings her as a vulnerable. She's pretty cold-hearted stare. She's clearly just like looking, assessing you, and before dismissing you and getting back to her work behind the desk in the back. And the clerk comes up to intercept you. I was like, "Oh, welcome to Infinite Campus. How you doing?" She doesn't look like a. That's for 0 point. You have to interact with more to do points.
Oh, I meant the clerk.
Oh, the clerk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, very fragile, very insecure. He is just trying to do well and impress his boss, make commissions and, oh, hello, welcome to Infinite Campus. And,
Oh, so the clerk's a man.
yeah, the clerk's a man.
The manager's a woman.
Manager's a woman.
Still, go with the plan.
Yeah.
Go with the plan.
Fine with that. Asset handler.
Yeah.
You swing both ways for God and country. Okay. Cool. I start talking to him.
Okay. You have art history, so you can follow him as he showcases some of their stuff, and you're dressed very well, with high society. So the clerk is distracted, but you see the door to the back to the basement is basically it's like manager then door. I mean, I can draw out the blueprints of this place if you guys really need to.
Maybe?
Yeah, I think it's pretty. It's pretty clear.
Noteboard, I call upon you. Noteboard. You can't say it. You're not allowed.
I didn't say no board. I said oh. So
I just said you can't sing talk. Only I can do that. Bill can do it too.
Huh?
Bill can do it too.
Why can't? No, that's bullshit. No, music people. In this one include Bill and me.
All right.
David to an extent, since he was in band.
All right. I'll say it's the width of this board because I'm lazy. So this is, let's see here, door. So this is the glass exterior.
Okay.
So let's see here. To open. So open space. So this is the wall with the the
separating the
the separating the. So let's see here. So manager desk is back here, and then door to basement is here. So the manager is literally right here, and then the rest of this place sort of they have little. Let's see.
Just different displays.
Yeah, different displays. You can tell a lot of stuff has been just kind of open air, like the actual layout, I guess, doesn't matter that much. Except there is sort of a clear kind of, actually, there is kind of a blocking thing, so you can't see back here very well. And they also have a bunch of stuff piled up here. You can tell that was the stuff that was moved over here. So the manager doesn't have a great view of this area, but it does have perfect view of the basement door. And then there's little stuff over here. So this is just, it's kind of a grid, and so...
Okay. I want to, it's like while I'm looking around, just pretending to look at the different displays, surveillance check to eye every, that's like either camera or sensor that I can.
Okay, sure.
So around here, so I'll spend 2 on that. And that'll be 5.
Okay, let's see here. There is security panel. It's right here.
Okay.
With motion sensors, right there. That would be what you would need to do to enter in the key to disable it. So basically, when they open the door, they have to rush back here to push that.
Okay.
So to turn the alarm off. There is a camera here. Let's see here. Sort of points straight there. Sort of probably angles out right there.
Can you give us a dotted line for the cone?
You don't know the cone. It's behind one of those little
black
yeah,
bubbles.
so you don't know if it rotates or if it's fixed or anything like that. There's several models that could be hiding under, so you have to do more research to find that out.
Or sentry turrets.
Or sentry turrets, yes. Clearly. And
You know
they...
what's good for art galleries? Bullets.
Lots of them.
And they do not have any cameras along this wall because it's not that strong. So they have another one here that's kind of angled this way. So along the back. And
And the realtor
this
mentioned the
is
seismic.
So they have one at each corner except that one.
Okay. So we might be able to get a dead space in there. And
You don't see any security camera feeds here or anything like that. So the manager is not watching security cameras. So it has to be downstairs, or it has to be an off-site internet bank.
So, which is a possibility. If we come back later tonight, we might be able to look behind the building and see if we can either splice into the feed or overtake it.
Yeah,
So,
you might be able to do that. So that's the main layout of the place. It's a little chaotic there. You can tell that it's not quite as organized because they've been preparing for the art show. Yeah. Let's say Chad, the clerk.
I try not to gag.
Yeah. Is very impressed by your taste in fashion and your knowledge of art. And so clearly hoping that you will buy something very expensive. So he can please his boss. He is. What are you trying to get out of Chad?
What are Chad's proclivities?
Proclivity is he does mention, he's going to art school and working on his master's. He's trying to figure out grant writing, and he's also into hookahs and writing with a typewriter. But in terms of, so are you going to use?
Oh, you smoke hookah?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
He mentions the Osprey, a fashionable hookah bar, not too far from there.
Oh, there. Oh,
Yeah.
That's not good hookah. You need authentic hookah.
Oh, there's a better place?
Yeah.
You look like you know a lot about hookah.
Thank you, Chad. Yeah, I'd be happy to show you. I don't like to mention it to everyone. It'll lose some of its magic.
Oh yeah, clearly you don't want to get it too mainstream.
Yeah. I'd love to show you sometime.
Sure, I'm open anytime. Here, look, I have a sales associate card. You can just text me or whatever. I'd love to try out new hookah. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So this is your cell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm making a date with Chad.
Yeah. When do you want the date? Do you want it to be tonight?
He had to lay some groundwork. So, when's the gallery opening?
It's day 2. It's going to be on day 4. Night. It's night 4. You're on day 2 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it tonight.
All right. So
We have to find
It's like,
someone
way
to
to
get
go,
that manager
player.
out of the way.
yeah,
I will leave him wanting more.
yeah.
And then I'm going to a pharmacy.
All right. So that's 0 point flattery or flirting.
Oh, I will spend later.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty easily impressed too. And yeah, what are you thinking for you?
So, looking at before I do go out, just kind of wandering around the displays, where the basement door is, does it look like there's a keypad on that, or?
Nope, it just looks like a normal locked door.
Deadbolt, so, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Probably not going to be able to get anything else, at least during the day, from it, so, I'm trying to think of let's see, anything else that I can pull?
You could stake out the place. I mean, you can see... the manager kind of looks at you a little bit as you're walking towards the back, looking around the back stuff, but then goes back to writing in a book.
I'm spending my traffic analysis point as I'm
yeah.
on the subway between places.
All right, so you look at the phone numbers. You trace a lot of them to other local artists and galleries and museums and stuff like that. There are a cluster of there are a lot of prepaid cell phones that are being used, like a small group of them over that are used erratically in bursts, and then that. So that's, you think that might be the people who are bringing stuff in. They're criminal conspirators. So those numbers, there's like 5 numbers that keep showing up. In like all clustered together, like within minutes of each other or within hours of each other, all on the same.
All incoming?
All usually incoming, yeah. Occasionally she will call out to them, or whoever's on the landline there.
When?
All after hours.
But like, does she call them in any order? Like, is like a bunch of people call and then she calls back number C, and then a bunch of people call and then she
You
calls
cannot
back
find
number C?
You can. It's usually the first the number A a lot, occasionally, and then so number A gets the vast majority, but then she'll call the other ones every once in a while. So it looks like A is the primary contact for that, but she knows the other people in the group and will contact them as needed.
Okay.
So
I will... All right. Keep that in mind.
okay.
So not a lot of new information there other than criminal conspiracy burner phones. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know those numbers now, so you could,
Yeah.
if you wanted to find out where they were or something like that, you could do that as well. That would take more spends.
Yeah.
But that's a lead, so.
Yeah. I will text that information.
All right, so you all have that information now. So it's day 2 still. You burned some daylight.
Pharmacy to get something that can knock somebody out when mixed with a drink.
1 point spend?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get that?
Does this taste like chloroform to you?
No, well, not quite
Do you
clear.
have a license to carry rohypnol? What the hell?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, we're not nice people.
You are a criminal.
I was talking about the pharmacy. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go chat up Chad
Chatting up Chad.
and see
My
what
new Kindle romantic book. Yeah.
and see what way that takes me. So I'm going to be blunt about this. Is Chad straight, gay, or somewhere in between?
He seems to be pansexual.
Okay, good for me. All right. So what do I need to do to have a lovely evening where we have drinks at a authentic hookah bar, which is it's a hookah bar I picked. That's not the Osprey.
Yeah.
Because ethnically, Chad has to believe my character.
Yeah.
And what does it take to start building my legend? So I'm going to build up the legend of Dusty NY, which is a pseudonym for a professional shopper for a number of recording artists looking to furnish homes in the Chicago area. I want to let him know that that's just my pseudonym and that I don't want to be really catered to too much at the gallery. So, don't give me any special treatment when I go the other night. I just like to drop by the place. It's like normal, but you seem like a nice guy.
All right.
And your hair's so pretty, and I really like your glasses. Yeah. Basically, don't treat me special so that in order to get the sale,
Yeah.
Chad will certainly try and tell his manager to treat me special.
Oh, yeah. No, he will. That'll be 1 point of flirting for the evening, and then 1 point of high society to have the convincing legend. But yeah, he bought it hook, line, and
I
sinker.
will spend both.
And you can get out of the evening quite early. Well, actually, no, you already had the roofie, so yeah, you could.
No, I'm not roofing.
Okay. yeah.
That's for later, apparently.
Apparently. So the evening, you spend hours doing that and listening to his insufferable, MFA bullshit about like his art about being a struggling young man and so hard. My childhood was really hard, and like this character in my artwork represents my struggles, and it's just stuff like that. It's painful.
Poor Chad. He sounds like the worst. Okay.
It is. And you notice he dyed his hair pink just for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trying a little too hard, Chad. Put it down a little bit.
He asked your opinion about African tribal earrings. So
I'm for it.
yeah.
I don't know what to say about it.
No, dude, you're all for it. You always support racial identities.
And in my head I said,
culture.
but not on people named Chad.
Hey, he didn't choose Chad.
But he kept Chad.
So yes.
Chad is also a trust fund baby. You find that out. And that's why he's so angry at the world, is because his parents gave him all the material things he needed, but never love.
Yeah.
So that was really hard on him. Meanwhile, what are you guys doing?
Since it's in the evening now, and it's because what time is it now? Is it like past close?
Yeah.
Or past
They actually close it.
Okay,
like
so
4.
you got a good look at the wall that in particular.
Yeah, it's dry.
Yeah, it's
Also,
basically everything. It's drywall, and everything's been moved aside, so you can knock a hole. You probably don't want to do it right at the back because that'll probably disturb the camera.
Although what I'd like to do is I'm going to go into the back once I've determined everybody else is gone. So leave it to later in the evening. Check out the wiring, specifically see if there are leads coming out from the security system or specific camera feeds.
High chain link fences with barbed wire. There's a locked gate there, so you would either have to pick the lock or get through the fence.
So I should be able. Mechanics will be able to pick the lock, right?
Or infiltration actually would be better for lock picking.
I'm going to turn in early
Yeah.
and
Cry. For the
buy some scotch at the
Or you realize you could go on the other side, approach it from the south.
Are you at the?
But that would require an
apartment?
athletics check
Will be.
to parkour.
I will sit
over
there and drink
Parkour of that.
No, I'll be
I'll get a teammate
I'll be there
down.
working with explosives.
So
like,
I can actually do that because I have 5 in athletics, so I can.
I never
give
thought
it
I'd
a shot.
yearn for the romantic inclinations of Edna,
Yeah.
but
That
she's
happened.
good, honest, salt of the earth.
Yes, that's 6. So,
Okay. With a 6, and which you're using the athletics to parkour.
Yes.
All
We
right.
all start cleaning guns.
Yeah.
I'm working on explosives. Actually, so given his description of the,
Well, hold on. He hasn't gotten back yet, so
Okay.
we have to. He got.
oh, he's doing more shit.
Yeah.
He's doing more shit.
You jump over from the south side, which is a brick wall, tall brick wall. So you jump down. You manage not to hurt yourself. You see it's an open, clean area. You do see a security camera. Actually, no. Before you jump over, you do see a security camera, and you realize there is a closed. Just metal box where they obviously put the wiring and that for circuit box type thing, which is padlocked. That is under the view of a security camera. So you have 2 problems: the security camera and then the padlock. That's what you get. So you survey the thing. You can see it's a garnet. There is a garnet sticker on it. Garnet security. And you do from the cables. You can tell. There are several cables there that would feed into it, but you're not with the. Let's see here.
I won't be able to until I actually can make a tap and then.
Do you have electronic surveillance?
I do have electronic surveillance.
All right, so you can tell that's garnet security. You could just by looking at it figure
Unusual
something
color
out.
for
If you
the
want to make
tips
it
would have been the
Yes.
right contrast.
All right. You look at
I
it.
need
You
him more if he weren't so desperate.
with a 1 point spin, you realize those cameras are not hooked up to the internet. The cabling is not there for that.
Okay.
It's being recorded on site, and so they're probably they don't have someone actively monitoring it, but they have it stored on a DVR somewhere in that building, and so they can always go back and review it.
Okay.
So there's that.
And so if we can just do enough of a magnetic erasure on that probably
If you
would
can
help.
find it. Garnet, you realize Garnet, they tend to hide. They tend to think that hiding the hard drive, so actually in a separate safe, like more like a hotel safe or something. So even if the building burns down, they can dig out the hard drive and find out what happened.
Okay.
So that would be a separate thing to find it.
Okay.
Oh, good arson fraud preventer.
Yeah. So that's how they will do that. So that would not be in the main safe. That would be a separate safe somewhere in the building. So that's if you get seen on the security camera, that will obviously raise your heat, make things much harder.
Okay. But is it literally pointing right at the box itself?
Yes.
Or?
And there is a back door, which is a steel security door, and it's pointed at both of those. Those are pretty much the only features there. There is a back door leading to the other side of the building. There's no security camera on that, but it is a steel security door.
Okay. So I could go around behind the door, behind it, jump down, and then splice it. So, but
what, the security footage?
Yeah, well, the camera, yeah, itself.
Yeah, no, like it's recorded, it goes straight into it. You could disable the camera, but splicing, by splicing the footage, you mean like the whole camera loop thing or something like that?
Well, basically, just putting in a redirector, like a Wi-Fi redirector, so we could actually see what was going on.
Oh,
so
you'd have to
open the box.
Open the box, yeah.
So, but just getting outside, but we can't get around that camera view. So, trying to think of anything else that we could do.
Do you have any friends here that you could arrange to drive past the museum and adjoining building, blaring loud bass speakers at the time I set off the breaching charges?
We could cut through instead of breaching.
I'm thinking.
You don't know what the safe is. You don't know.
I'm talking the wall first.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking speed. Yes, we could break through with sledgehammers, or we could just do it.
So you're talking about a plan B.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking like it might be quicker just to blow it,
Sure.
and that way we have an instant hole.
It's drywall.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're talking about blowing the safe.
And, safe and the wall. Because it would take some time to smash through the both
We
of the walls.
we should talk plans when we
Yeah.
get
So-
everyone here.
So,
Okay,
but I'll get what I have. And
If you got access to the padlock box, you could probably. You realize also that's also where the motion sensor thing is. That's what the padlock box is controlling, and the motion sensor is tied up, is connected to Garnet. So if it triggers, it will send an alarm to Garnet, which will then notify the police. So that's not connected to the internet. That's just their own internal system.
Okay.
And so if you want to disable the motion sensor, you have to get through that padlock box. The cameras you can snip. It's also the cameras power feeds through that, so you can get through all the security you can get inside that padlock box. But your footage would then be stored on a hard drive that you would have to find and get rid of if you want to get rid of all evidence of
True.
it. So that's how the security is. That enough for you?
yeah, that's enough. So I can go
Okay.
back.
So
and
you didn't even jump down. You just surveyed this from looking over the brick wall.
Yes.
So you can get back easily. You don't have to climb the brick wall to get back. So did you?
No, actually, that's enough of that
Okay.
because I'll discuss the other plans once I'm back in with
Okay,
everybody
so
else.
you all get back. You're all together at your Airbnb hideout.
Thanks, Airbnb.
You've had a wonderful evening with Chad. You smell of hookah. Yeah, loading my gun, getting it nice and shiny. This gun has been fired
Speaking
a
of
lot.
getting things nice and shiny,
Yeah.
home electrolysis kit, taking off.
He's
all
got
the
smooth
body-
action.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You're shaving. You're removing your body hair. So yeah, that's good. That'll make it harder for them to find forensic evidence of you. Good job. So yeah, what is the plan?
So whenever he gets back and
Yeah, he gets
describes to me the wall, I'm going to prepare the breaching charge for the wall just anyway,
Okay.
because that should take minimal explosives.
Yeah, very little. It is drywall. It is not load bearing.
Essentially, I'm doing this just in case we can do it just with hammers.
Sure.
To do it if we're in a hurry, I can just blow right through it.
Well, you could also. I mean,
We haven't identified which safe it is yet.
I'm not talking the safe. I'm talking the wall.
Well, and also we have the other one to deal with as well. However, if getting past that camera is not an option as well, I could see if it's possible to gain access to the Garnet systems and then hijack the monitoring system from that side.
Yeah. You do realize it's probably somewhere in the other safe is probably somewhere hidden in the basement as well. You don't know what the basement looks like, how big it is. If it's as big as this, it may take some time to find stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
All right. I say that we do it on the night of the gallery opening, either early that morning or after the gallery closes. I'm working a human angle. Perhaps we can get in without any fuss or muss and leave equally clean, and hopefully that'll work out. But if it doesn't work out that way, I would like to know that we have you gentlemen's expertise as backup, and I've secured transportation, and we've secured protection in case something goes wrong. I think we should pursue both leads. We should have a timetable in which the human angle needs to have solidified or collapses, and then we should have a timetable for the more technical solution.
All right. I'll help prepare for both. Well, really, the human. I'm not really a human kind of guy.
And from my end, I do have the appropriate thieves to plant.
okay.
Excellent. What I'm mainly concerned about are these numbers on the phone. Burner phones are not known for honesty, as we can all attest to.
Well, considering the possible legal nature of the, of whatever's in the vault.
Probable illegal nature.
No, well, Ruby is.
If it's our
probably.
source, and he's storing things in the vault, it would not make sense to not tell us what it is, because we were actively encouraged to steal other things as part of our bonus. My concern is that the criminal organization, or criminals that might possibly, or at least people that don't want to be contacted, have an interest in the vault, and we need to ensure that we are not stepping on their interest while simultaneously meeting Ruby's requirements. So I think that some time should be dedicated in prep time tomorrow, anything that we can spare, towards figuring out perhaps where these numbers are or who they belong to. It'll be difficult, considering that, but yes, that's my general concern.
Okay. Yeah, you have 5 numbers. You could try and figure out who they are connected to. So it's day 3. You have a day before the thing, so you could do that.
So
Let's see, would either research or criminology be useful in tracking those down?
Nope, you don't have. They're just numbers. Anyone can use a number. You have to find out. You have to connect that to a real world name or place or something. That would be digital intrusion.
I have
To hack that Gibson. So digital intrusion. So
So the gallery's not open today, right?
the gallery is open, just normal business hours. It'll be open every day, but the showing is tomorrow. So if you want to use digital intrusion, you can. You realize this will raise your heat up because you're hacking the phone company. So
How'd you get the numbers in the first place?
that was
your network.
my networking chart. That was my networking because I went through an NSA contact. So
They have all the numbers.
yeah, so that was something that could be done stateside without raising heat on us specifically.
Okay,
But hacking the phone company would be basically the easiest way. Well, the way the hacking the phone company, I assume you meant like hacking the local phone company to find out where these phone numbers are calling from, because they are local numbers, and you assume they're calling. So that would be figuring out where they're in the real world, going there and seeing who's there. Then you could use research or criminology to figure out what kind of criminal, or you assume it's a criminal, would be hanging out in this particular area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be able to think of a way to do that without heat.
Well, it's a successful notable hacking. Digital intrusion raises heat by 1.
Well,
Yeah.
hacking's also social engineering.
Okay, true.
So what was your idea?
If we could bug the phone, call the phone as that number, spoofing the number, which is not as hard to do. You spoof the number, you call, you ask for the manager's name. She pops up caller ID, her caller number A that she calls back right away. We try and keep her on the line and get as much information about the client as we can, spoofed as that number.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So you're
You
going
want
to
to speak
pretend
on-
to be A and talk to the manager.
As we speak on there. That might be a good idea.
Yes, and record what she says back. Basically.
Yeah, and that might be. Would that circumvent the heat?
Yeah.
Or at least the initial one for the heat, so okay.
Because, yeah, you're not picking up. Heat is things that the authorities would notice. They've noticed explosives have gone missing. That's going to, like...
Yeah, we want to keep the heat as low as possible.
Yeah.
If the phone company gets hacked, they will also notice and be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, they're going to blow up the phone company.
Yeah, well, you know, they're federal law enforcement agencies. That they probably would think that. But,
Okay.
let's see. So yeah, you could spoof that. That would also be digital intrusion, but that would not
Be
raise
as
heat.
over. So, okay, no, I could do that as well, and then we can try to trace from it. So
I assume you're getting your own burner phone. Your own burner phone.
Yeah.
So you can
Spoof it?
Yes.
yeah. So okay, I will go ahead and make my roll.
Are you using A, the one that she calls the most?
Yes. Actually, no. Yeah. I'm using B.
Okay. Nice, Aaron.
You spooked me.
I don't want the one she's
Really?
the most familiar with. Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, she was like, it was, yeah, no.
That was big of you, Caleb.
No.
That's 4. So
Okay. Yeah, you've got it. You will have to throw the phone away after you make this call.
and that's what the landfill's for.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Well, if you just want to be paranoid. All right, so
Paranoid in a Knights Black Ages game? No.
so you're calling her up as B.
Can I get a bonus to whatever skill I'm going to have to roll for this by using a investigative spin?
What are you investing? It depends on what your angle is.
Tradecraft. So call. Say I need to speak to her. She sees caller ID. She calls back. Feign getting to the phone so I don't have to actually spoof a voice very long. So I'm thinking about doing it maybe in the train station.
Yeah.
So call. Oh, no, hold on, get right there.
Yeah.
And again, a earphone in.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to wait for her to go.
No, that's 0 point because
Kaiser Soze?
you had
Is that you? Yeah.
Yeah, 0 point trade card. You realize you don't know who this voice is, who she's expecting to hear. You don't know if it's male or female, young or old, or anything like that. If you put it in a noisy place, that's less for her to identify. So you're hoping it's a male, not super young, super old. So
Yeah.
it was kind of screwed if she is expecting a woman. But
It was a Jewish mother.
yeah,
I don't know.
but the train station will help that. So it will.
Is there anything I could spend to get a bonus on that, or no?
You just don't have enough information to go off of. That's the problem.
Fair enough.
Unless you called them up and find out what they sounded like.
That would be
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm going to call A.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to hear your voice.
All right. A rough man says what? Rough, middle, Chicago type accent.
Hello, sir. I wanted to tell you about Alveki Kalaktiris. We are having a special, sir. We see that you have done records in the past. Were you happy with your service in the past?
Fucker. Inferiors like you should be purged, motherfucker. And he hangs up.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put you down for a maybe.
I will. I will call B
Yeah.
and impersonate a different, equally forgettable
Yeah.
telemarketing call.
What?
Hello.
Yeah.
This is Bernie from Grand Vista Vacations.
No, David, thou shalt not invoke thy name.
Would you like to take a look at our lovely timeshare in Branson, Missouri?
Fucking just blood, motherfucker. Anyways, he hangs up.
Wow, blood.
Yeah. Very racist.
Very Harry Potter racist, too.
C, Chinese place.
For C,
Yeah.
a woman answers, young woman, and says, I got a fucking final solution for you. He hangs up.
Noticing a trend.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 out of 5 is a coincidence.
A calls you back. Start on the burner phone that you're using. All right. Yeah. You throw that phone away.
Yeah. We need a new burner.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
What did you do?
It broke.
No.
Shoddy American craftsmanship.
Yeah. You go to a gas station, buy another phone.
Yeah.
It's very shoddy.
I want my $20 back.
Fortunately, whoever's on the other end does not have the NSA in their back pocket, so they cannot trace your location.
Yeah. All right, now I will call
Yeah.
as B.
All right. So you know who the voice is. You still use the noise technique to help them. You hear the woman. God, I forgot. Did I give her name? The manager.
You have not given her a name.
I have not given her a name. I will say. This is Mona at Infinite Canvas. How may I help you? Oh,
Is everything still good?
what's she doing? The fuck are you doing? Calling me during the day? Never fucking listen to the rules. She hangs up on you.
So
Feeling increasingly uncomfortable about this, guys. Okay.
Yeah, can I say we're listening? Because I had on a speaker or something just so we can hear them.
You do traffic analysis. They only called after hours.
Yeah.
So.
Do we want to try after hours to get any more information, or?
Wait a minute. They call after hours.
You get a call from Chad.
What?
You get a call from Chad.
From Chad.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
I don't answer.
Okay. You let it go
You
to voice.
can't look too eager.
Yeah.
I text 5 minutes later.
All right.
Sorry, I was in the middle of something. What's up?
I got let off work early today. You want to go hang out?
Ooh.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta get some things sorted out here. You know,
Yeah.
BRB.
Okay. He tells you to meet at the Bean.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Chicago. What?
That's really more. That'd be more Boston, wouldn't it?
No, the Bean?
Bean.
Like the big reflective bean in the middle of Chicago. Isn't that in Chicago? That's in Chicago. Right? The, what's it? The giant.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, let me.
Sorry, it might be just Boston's Beantown.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Jesus.
We're not accusing Dom.
Good. All right, that's what it is. My God, I've never seen it before.
All right.
Now I've seen it. Thank you.
Haven't you been to Chicago?
Yes, but I didn't go there.
Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, he wants to meet at the Bean.
Alright, do you guys need anything from me? This might tie me up.
So
No, I think we're good.
for anything else, because I had all the equipment that I would need to. Oh, you got my cameras?
Yeah, I got your webcams.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so I'm kind of thinking there's no way I'm going to know what kind of safe they have unless I'm actually in the room. So I'm probably going to have to assemble something on the spot. If we're going that route.
Well, we still have
Yeah.
something else, although we might have
We
to.
got the gallery meeting.
Yeah.
That's in the evening. I'll be able to spot the safe probably fairly early.
Yeah.
If I get a tour.
Yeah. Well, Chad will certainly want to give you a tour.
Yeah, and then with that, we should be okay.
Okay, do I know a place, like basically where most often it's likely to find a safe serial number and that kind of thing?
Once you have the safe, once you see.
No, I mean, like, but there's like a normal place that safe manufacturers just put it.
No, it depends on the manufacturer.
All right, fair enough.
So I go meet Chad.
All right. Chad's quite happy to see you. He's very like, I got off work early. Mona just got some call that really pissed her off, and so she doesn't. I mean, they the art business is very not regular business hours. It's all about pleasing high end clients. I guess she had to get called away, something like that. So yeah. So he is quite happy to see you and quite happy to not be in the gallery, especially when Mona's being such a bitch. Apparently, she didn't like the call that she heard. I was very angry.
What was the problem?
It's very brief. She said something about never calling him there. Maybe it's personal, Not fair. Yeah.
Think she has a man on the side?
Well, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. She keeps weird company too.
I get catty as fuck about Mona.
Okay.
Like, give me all the deets.
All right. You can give me. Let's go. Any number of interpersonal skills could be used here.
Interrogation.
Swear to me.
Tell me.
Bureaucracy. Now, how?
No, it's the softer kind of interrogation. It's the no. You really want to tell me this?
OMG.
So I'm gonna.
No, go.
Yeah, I'll
Human terrain.
Human terrain. All right. Yeah.
So is it spend? I can spend.
Yes, this will be spend. With a spend, you actually managed to pry the full thing out. Mona apparently has ties. She's been hanging out with a crowd of very younger people. She tries to keep it on the down low. Mona's like in her 50s or 60s, but Chad has seen her go in the car with these 20-year-olds, some with shaved heads, and a bunch with really gnarly tattoos, including one of Odin. He recognized it, or like Thor, one of those big Viking guys. And they talk, in some foreign language or something like that. So she's like totally a Wiccan or a pagan or something like that. She doesn't want to freak people out.
Well, in my experience, you don't make it this far in the art world without having a little man-eater in you.
Yeah. They go off, and
I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And start furiously texting, get eyes on Mona now. Like, find that bitch. Start tailing her. Wherever she's going to
All right,
yell at the
David,
people
you have
we want to
drive
know.
Yep.
Go find her.
I've got it at 2, so let me see what we can do.
Yeah, worse than the car.
Eyes on Mona now.
Can we say that when we basically parked to observe the...
Let's make that driving check, David. Skinner. Then you just spent you spent 0, right? Yeah. So that's a 1.
There's yours!
We don't even have a car yet.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's driving.
Yeah, that's right. We don't have a car yet. Never mind. You get an Uber. All right. So give me a preparedness roll to see how early on you caught your Uber.
5.
5. All right. So you Ubered very close to the gallery because you figured that would be useful to maybe try and case it out more. So you were nearby. So you rush there just as you see Mona driving away pretty early. So one of you could try to Uber again, or you could try and hotwire a car or somehow get access to a vehicle to follow her. But you see which way she's going.
Would that be a mechanics roll to do that?
To hotwire a car? No, that would be, mechanics would be one way to get in. Infiltration to open a car door.
Just get a taxi. It's fucking Chicago. They're
Yeah.
going to drive like madmen anyway.
All right, you can get a taxi. You pile into
They'll
a
ramp over an L station. Like
someone else can give me a preparedness check to see how quickly you can get access to a taxi.
Okay.
Or an Uber. You're rolling it up?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, 8.
All right, with an 8, you found the one guy who was a retired cop.
He understands like, there's something going down.
Follow them.
Yeah, so you follow her.
I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah. Follow that car. Oh, God. Is this a reality show? This has got to be a reality show.
So if you would fail, like, I would welcome to the money cab.
Yeah. So,
shit.
Or like, she's the VIP. I won't get in the club if I can't tail her in.
and then she gets to the northwest, so into a higher end neighborhood that is a gated community. And she gets into a gated community, and the gate closes behind her. Like, you know what her car looks like, and the gated community is that big. But hey, there's a fucking gate, and they don't let taxis in without a good reason.
Fancy skinheads live.
Well, that's something to think about. But you
Tattoos and Odin mythology?
well,
Well, they called us mudbloods. It's not a good sign.
yeah.
Actually, what's the name of the community? Does it have
I'm just thinking, not typical skinheads. These are...
I'm really tempted to Spring Crescent.
Crescent Bluffs.
Crescent Bluffs, there we go. It's very hotty-totty. So you could use infiltration to sneak in by going over the wall. Social engineer your way past the guard. There's a guard.
I'll go over the wall.
Not a hesitation. All right. Give me that infiltration check.
Yeah.
Guys, what's going on? Guys?
Before you go, please take a camera.
5.
You didn't say. Okay, what? All right, you spent. All right.
Before you go,
Next time, say how many points you spent before you go.
take a camera, please.
Yes, I've got a camera. I've got to take a camera.
All right.
Thank you.
So you.
This is my specialty.
All right, you jump over the wall. You find a low spot. Jump over the wall. It's a very nice community. You start looking around. You see her car after a couple blocks, and you see it's parked there. There's a woman there. There are a couple cars there. It's a McMansion.
Basically, just jot down make, model, and license.
You're too
plate.
far away to do that from where you are. You're pretty far. You're at the basically a block away. You can see her car and you can identify
Binoculars.
That'd be preparedness check.
All right. 2.
All right.
7.
Yeah. All right. You have binoculars so you can get all the license
Yeah,
plates.
get all that in.
Mona walks out of her car and opens the door. You see a younger woman in her 20s, dressed like a goth, but wearing sort of a heavy metal T-shirt with, some sort of barbarian on it. Open the door and she just storms in there. And the younger woman seems quite surprised that she's there. And then the door closes.
Texting.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to, all right, want me to get a closer look?
Yes, put camera
Okay.
in a play.
Here we go.
No. Text messaging is like that, but yeah, you have the address now, and you have the.
I'll get closer.
Why are you sweating so much, Dusty?
Yeah.
She's really nervous. I like you alone.
So you two, the taxi let you out unless you're paying more for the taxi to stay there.
Yeah, he stays here until we're.
Okay, that would be another point of preparedness. You're just paying the taxi
You
driver.
want to give me an update on this?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
I
So
will.
we're keeping.
So Tom, Riley, you text him back.
Abort.
You get that from him.
We have the address.
You all have the. You can all text each other. So
He's setting up surveillance. Once the camera's up, we can go.
Oh, one of the webcams.
Yes.
One of the webcams that basic ones that requires batteries that are being plugged into a computer.
I could have modified.
All right, there'd be another preparedness check. It's also going to have like a crappy Wi-Fi range of like 50 feet or something like that before you can. It's not going to connect. It doesn't have a satellite uplink. You know, it's a cheap thing you bought from the police station.
That's fine. I'll put a repeater on. For
The
God's sakes.
surplus.
Yeah.
So 6.
6.
Hello, I am a foreign national looking to buy spy gear.
Could you also recommend a good flight school?
All right, it's got a. It's a basic webcam. It's not super fancy. You have a battery rig to it. It's in a you don't have a repeater on it. You can either have battery or a repeater on it. So it would either be able to connect to the internet from where you are. Well, that even with the repeater, where's it going to plug into the internet to? There are numerous password-protected Wi-Fi signals you see, but you're not a hacker. You don't have a computer.
No, I'm not.
Or a burn phone, just.
Okay, you could give up your phone and do that.
No, because I'd have to leave the phone behind.
Yeah.
We know the address.
So I'm going to leave now.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So you don't have to make another infiltration check to get back out. You take the same way you came in.
And I got a lot of car license plates too.
Yeah. You have all the information you can get from a distance, basically. Except it's standing out. So you get back out, you get back in the cab. The cab drives you back to your safe house. So Dusty, Chad.
Not to our safe house. To a place.
So you're a bit of a wreck. Yes,
a few blocks away from our safe
Okay,
house.
a few blocks away. Fair enough. Good point.
I'm sorry, Chad. I just have to deal with these pretend diva starlets from the Midwest who wouldn't know a matching color scheme if they bit them in the ass.
Let me see. I can help. I'm very good with that.
No, I shouldn't even say that much, but it's just very stressful before I work, and you understand.
Well, I know an ancient Reiki massage is from Asia, so it's very good.
Look, I really like where this is going.
Yeah.
I screw these things up early, especially when I get stressed. I go too far. I don't want to push it too much.
Okay.
Just let me get this, producer to finalize his damn budget and what he wants for his color scheme, and then I can go. I can get the shopping done tomorrow night, and then I'm all yours.
Great. So he's on board.
So I give him a flirty kiss.
Yes.
And
putty in your hands.
Get out of there and scream into my phone. What the fuck were you thinking?
What?
So
To who?
All of them.
It's a game.
jump the fence.
Yeah.
I was trying to get.
This isn't fucking Belfast 1980. We have Google now. Look up the.
All right. So you all
You
get
need to
back.
calm down.
There's a reason why I got out of the MI5 too. High stress. Doesn't react well.
Anyway, so you got your numbers. Start looking some shit up.
Well, you have the address. Yeah, this would be research to figure out. Who
Look to see who is the owner of
Dude,
that
relax.
house. So.
No one saw a thing.
So for 0 points, you find out it's
Have some
Evelyn.
scotch.
Clean it together.
You know what? You need some
Let's see,
liquor.
Evelyn McClure.
You need some liquor. Here, have some.
Who is a divorcee, middle-aged. But you make a 1 point or a 2 point spend on research.
2 point.
All right, with 2 points, Evelyn has a daughter who has legally changed her name to Lilith and is a part of very active on a Aryan, Wiccan, pagan, neo-pagan religious group thing. So they apparently mix in white supremacy with just,
Norse mythology?
yeah,
Whatever
Norse
Teutonic
mythology, yeah.
culture, so.
A little bit of smattering of that. If any of you have occult studies, you could get more information on that. If you don't, that's fine. But it looks like, some sort of white supremacist neo-pagan
Lovely.
group.
Would criminology provide anything? Because it sounds like this is not a group that has done...
For 0 points, they have had trouble with the law with low-level drug trafficking
For
and
1
gun
point?
trafficking. But that stopped down about a year ago. They have been sort of, for a 1 point spin, you can gain a bonus pool when trying to, 3 point bonus pool when dealing with them in the field. So the groups are, they call themselves the, Children of the Gods. They believe themselves.
Or Children of Valhalla.
Actually, it's Children of the Gods. So at first you see a lot of Norse mythology, but it seems like as you look through the group, they've started incorporating stuff from Greek mythology and other Arthurian myth too. So basically anything about especially about white dudes being badass and cool was really up their alley. So King Arthur, Zeus, all kinds of stuff like that. So
Okay.
they're not very consistent. And they
Fundamentalist, not consistent. Imagine that.
yeah. So, but yeah, they've been very quiet for the last year, or they've gotten a lot better at hiding their habits. So yeah. So that's what you get with that. For another point of criminology, you could get a lead on somebody to talk to you about it.
Done.
All right. There is a detective at the Chicago PD that since you already established, people from the Chicago black sites.
Apparently.
Yeah. There is a detective. Let's say Don Doyle. He is. Who has arrested members of them previously. So you could talk to him.
So, we can interview him, but we need to figure out at least what other connection that's going on or what they might be trafficking.
What do you think? Is this worth a little chit-chat with your friend down at the Force?
Oh, it's a networking check, isn't it? Do I have to make a networking check for that?
David spent some points on that. I'll give you 2 points of network for free for
Is
Fred
it
Doyle.
his contact or my contact?
Tag team. You're working together. So you figured out the lead. You know the guy. So you can.
So I can talk to him if you need me to.
Yeah. You can talk to him together.
I'll spend another point.
Okay. So you can roll
That's a 5.
5. More than enough. Doyle's happy to talk to you about it. He is.
This is his favorite brand of beer. If we bring along a case of this, it'll loosen the tongue a little bit.
Yeah. So you go to a local cop bar and talk to him about it. He is.
I haven't seen you since the Landmine charity fundraiser thing.
Yeah, no, I'm very glad. Speaking of that, I was hoping maybe you could do a favor for me too. Some explosives went missing from a mining company. I'm hoping they're not gonna turn up, go boom somewhere here. You haven't heard anything about that?
I've been in town for a couple of days, man. I don't know anything.
Look, you're very well connected. I'm just
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. But if you hear anything about Simtex being misused, let me know.
Well, I mean, I'm working on a thing. We just started, so
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And certainly, if you bring these guys, these children of the gods, I'd appreciate it because they are just smug sons of bitches.
I hope that the two things are not connected in any way. Although if they were,
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, God, that's a little end. That they'd be jumping up a few leagues if they did that.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not quite sure why the folks back at home office are so concerned about these, what appear to me, amateurs, but you know the situation on the ground, so...
Well, all right. So there used to be this neo-Nazi skinhead group called the Sons of Thor, or something like that. Sons of Thor, Sons of Odin. And then, and they got, the thing is, one of their members was a rich kid who went to a private school, and he got a bunch of the other rich kids really into this white supremacist bullshit, and introduced them to all the drugs his neo-Nazi buddies could hook them up with. And they like being badass and, being tougher than the other private school kids. They, real inferiority complex. You know how those rich bastards are.
Yeah.
But then, but they always had their parents, they never got too violent, they never got their hands too dirty, so they never got, nothing would stick to them. Their parents had really great lawyers. And they got better as time went on. But then about a year ago, they kind of, I don't know what happened, they started calling themselves the Children of the Gods, and they started mixing in more than the Viking bullshit. Like, some guy looked it up, said they were really into, like, the Greek stuff, too, some other things, too, but a lot of, like...
Cthulhu, got it, yeah.
Yeah, what? What's a Cthulhu?
Nothing, go on.
Okay. And we haven't heard from them
so what you're
since.
saying is that they're really into myths.
Yeah. They're really into the myths, and they're really into that. But they haven't been caught for so much as jaywalking since. There was somebody who told me that they were they had been recruited by some syndicate for something. And there was some guy from LA who told me that they were actually in connection with some smuggling of art or something. But I don't know anything about art. I don't know anything like that. So somebody, I think, recruited them, paid them more. Like, they got nice houses. They have access to, their parents have monies and shit like that. So they look like freaks. But, if we arrest them, actual lawyers will show up. So, yeah, I think they're being used as mules for this art smuggling shit. I don't know what else they've been doing in the last year, but somebody taught them their manners. They haven't done any, how those skinheads and thugs are. They just they get wasted. They start a fight in a bar. They stab someone over some stupid bullshit. It's easy to bust them, But these guys, they've gotten better. Someone's been teaching them.
That's troubling.
But yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Ray, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you can find out who's. Yeah, maybe if they're that's what your bosses are looking into. You can find out who their boss.
Yeah, it does seem as if they've elevated themselves to a new class.
Yeah. Well,
I will keep an eye out.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it. And yeah, trust me, that Simtex, it's causing people are just afraid that it's going to wind up somewhere in a public place. You know what I mean?
No, I obviously understand.
Yeah.
I will let you know. Keep your phone on.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to call Ruby.
Yeah. She answers.
Ruby, am I stealing something that has been stolen before? Or am I stealing something other people want to steal? I need to know, and I need to know bullshit answer.
You are being asked to steal something that is... the thing is, I don't know what it is. The source won't tell me, but he does tell me that it's on the art loss register. So the other part of the job was, after you get it, was to make a copy of it and frame someone for it, so that they get caught with it. Because whoever wants it doesn't want wants everyone to think it's been found and it's not, stolen. That's the truth.
So it's yet to be stolen.
I don't know what it is. So it's on the art loss register. It is listed as stolen. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Ruby, there are other players in town. I don't go in for that stuff. I did it before. I've shot my way out of one charity after party too many. I'm very much not interested in this type of game anymore. If I am stealing from thieves, they have their own code, they have their own respectability. I know how to be seen. I trust that I tradecrafted that. If I'm going after the football where someone else is as well, I really don't want to collide with them midfield. That's how feelings get hurt, Ruby. So I need to know, am I taking from a taker, or am I trying to get to it first? I can work with both, but I need to know beforehand.
It's stolen. It's being held by a syndicate. They're trying to bring it back into circulation by faking the paperwork. So,
all right, very good. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah. So you will have to, whenever you find out what it is, you will have to create a fake of it.
Okay. We will do this after the fact, I assume.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is, so I can't tell you what to fake.
Okay, thank you. So, pre-night meetup.
Yeah.
What do we want to do with this information?
Be ready to hit it fast.
So, I'm saying, I'll be ready. I'll be ready for the speed run.
Well, with the call that we made,
The cops
they're
are
already
definitely
paranoid.
on the lookout for the syntax.
Well, by the time they find it, we're going to have used it and be done with it.
The problem before was that they had a timeline that they could grab it to if they were looking to steal it. We'd run into each other, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's
Boston.
accidents, that's unpredictable. If they're looking to protect it too, that's something else entirely.
Well, they're the ones who probably delivered it from...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's just a matter of complicating things for them early with correct timing. So I would argue that we pursue the human angle more actively and maybe dedicate the explosives to a new cause.
Speak the cause, I'll get it ready.
They don't need to go off. They need to belong to someone else.
I was just thinking that when I saw. I was just thinking that when I saw those cars.
Yeah.
Planting something else to draw the heat off of us. So
Yeah.
All
right.
They love motive, nothing more than motive.
and giving the local, much like the local police, a reason to be able to take them out of play.
So let's find a local, usually upcoming, perhaps public event involving minorities or those that support them. Let's perhaps spoof some information from some personal accounts and some interest from these folks.
Ross, what time of year is it?
And let's
It's September.
let's drop a tip, maybe, into what we're doing.
Okay, since it is September,
Yeah.
the group that we definitely want to look at is any kind of mosque in the area. If we were to threaten to bomb a mosque in September in retaliation, that is something that the average white supremacist would probably want to do.
Yeah.
It would be plausible enough.
So I want you to find the handle of these Children of the Gods assholes, especially from when they were amateurs.
Yeah.
Spoof their handles, make lots of threatening fucking message board posts about that mosque, and like, you'll see one day. Then
You'll see Islamic He-Man.
yeah, pretty much. Then we will spoof an MI5 brief about it. Pass that on to good old Rory, and we will break back in and jump some syntax in their trunk.
Okay, now do you want me to just drop the explosives or have it rigged? Amateurly rigged.
I want it to be amateurly rigged if possible, and amateurly rigged by them if possible.
Is that possible?
Well, I mean, you could, like, what are you if you can get like evidence on
Okay.
them.
I will gladly spend forensic
Pathology.
forensic pathology up to 2 on that to impressively frame them. It's easy enough to get their fingerprints or hair samples or something because they have been at the gallery. We just have to.
Well, that's the thing. Lots of people have been in the gallery. It's
Yeah,
a public place. They've only been there after hours, and the last time they were there was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, so how would you
So it'd be
differentiate?
hard to differentiate, yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
All right.
here's what we can do.
Where'd we steal the explosives from?
It was a mine.
Yeah, mining company. He just
I bought
basically paid off some a contact in the mining company.
So it's a mine, right?
Yes.
It has a distinct geographical, geological signature.
Mm-hmm.
We get dust from the mine. We make sure that's on the explosive, so they're the definite explosive. We have the serial.
Oh, it already has it on there. Like,
Exactly, and it's got serial numbers. Possession's 9/10 of the law. If it's in the fucking trunk and
It's
we make
in the
a call,
mining. Like the satchel charges are being held in a like bag, a canvas
Ooh.
bag or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Labeled Mineco, charge very dangerous. Do not eat. That kind of thing.
Severe tire.
It already has that forensic.
because look, even if the human angle doesn't work, we have sledgehammers.
Yeah.
We can go through the drywall and do a smash and grab.
Yeah.
So we go to the art gallery. I try and do my thing. You guys deal with the thing out of town. All right.
They've got prison records, Ross. I mean, not prison, arrest records.
Some of them do. Some of them were underage.
Right, but the ones that are old enough,
Yeah.
all I need to do is have Aaron get me what their fingerprints look like, and then I
Okay.
can dummy those up.
That would definitely be a digital intrusion. That would be a notable public hacking. You're hacking the police database to get
Yeah, and that's
digitized.
We
problematic.
don't need that much.
Yeah, it's problematic. I only have 2 points left. So, since I was
Rory's a detective, right?
Yeah. You can make another
Request.
work spin to get their jacket. Yeah. Get their.
No, I don't need a jacket.
Okay.
He's a detective.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop a felony terrorist bust in his goddamn lap, gift wrapped, and guess what? We just became criminal informers. We're magic serial numbers that can never be disclosed. Like, he's not gonna give a shit. He's not
You
gonna
have
give
negotiation.
warrants.
You can negotiate with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Give us their fingerprints, and we will
Cop talk.
We will make that happen for you. So yeah.
Yeah.
1 point spent on cop talk.
I've got all that too. So we
Yeah,
can meet
so-
with Rory. We'll do that tomorrow morning. I'll do the gallery thing at night. We leave the gallery owner out of it. We just make it her thugs. So gallery owner's gonna have to leave to deal with that shit.
and that's when we.
That's when we try and get the human angle, and if not, we do the smash and grab.
Okay.
Is that a plan?
No,
I like it.
It was like, does that qualify as a plan? That's very existential.
Okay,
Very
Ross.
philosophical.
Yeah, my cherry for explosives is Maestro of Destruction.
Sure.
Which means only someone that has that. So basically, can I actually make it look like? Can I actually purposely make it amateurly put together?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a roll. Don't roll a 1.
I'll spend
How many points?
3.
All right.
Wait, I just don't need a 1.
Well, the higher the better in general.
I'll spend 3.
Okay.
5.
Fine. All right. Yeah. So do you want it like basically? It looks like it's rigged, but it's not going to blow at all, or do you want it to be like this could possibly explode?
possibly explode.
Possibly or not.
Look like it's going to blow.
No.
But not.
Look like they think it's gonna blow, but they were shitty.
It's actually to make it look like they're like it's like they missed a stupid little mistake wire.
No, you make the bomb Goofus. This is what Goofus does when he
In
sets
fact,
up a
I'm
bomb.
probably like, I don't like doing this. 'cause
Yeah,
I
no.
think
It goes.
I-
You're a Dallin. You're not a Goofus.
when it comes to
So-
blowing shit up.
Yeah.
If they're white supremacists, if they did it right,
No,
no one would buy it.
The thing is, it's
If it looks like they understand math and basic electricity, it's obviously not going to hold up to any kind of scrutiny.
but yeah, and
It's a lighter duct tape to an alarm clock on top of the center.
yes, I'm wearing gloves.
Of course.
And besides,
Better not make it a Mickey Mouse alarm clock
it goes
too.
against
so.
my professional proclivities, but it's for a good cause.
Yes. So you will be in charge of planting it.
Okay.
Then you guys you got to get back to the gallery as best you can. Use regular transportation. Actually, no. Use the shark car. You're going by yourself, or are we going with you?
Because I think we're going to be we're going to be the smash and grab team.
Well, yeah. You need to arrive later than the human team because
Yeah.
you're the backup.
And also, I'm pulling up information too, so because I have to.
Will you be my shadow at the gallery?
Absolutely.
Because we don't know each other. Okay.
Okay. So for you to get into the gallery, do you have high society or do you have?
I've got the legend already built.
Oh yeah, the art gal. Yeah, the critic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry, forgot about that.
So you're just poo-pooing everything, so they're
Yeah.
not going to give a shit about you.
Yeah.
I might actually buy something, so hopefully I get taken downstairs.
Oh, what? No, Chad is. Yeah, he wants to give you the grand tour.
All right. Do I have to pay to conceal an extendable baton?
What's your isn't that at 8 or higher?
My filter's not.
Or it's
What's your
concealed?
conceal?
Conceal.
At 2.
Okay, yeah, you would have to make a test.
An extendable baton? I'm not bringing the gun.
No, you would not have to unless you're searched.
I'll give him the gun and a message.
You only have to make the roll if you're searched.
Okay.
By default, it is not visible.
All right. So then I'll do that. So before that, we got to meet with Rory.
The detective.
So we'll go back to
Doyle, actually.
Yeah, Doyle. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Don Doyle.
We'll go back to the cop bar, I guess. Early in the morning. Maybe he hasn't left.
Nope. You meet outside of Blackside. He's just covered in blood. Wipe himself. Yep.
No day in the office.
We're interrogating people.
This
for
place
freedom.
actually probably sells breakfast because cops show up at all hours.
Pretty much. So yeah, you meet with Doyle. With one point of negotiation or cop talk, you will be.
I'll spend the cop talk.
He is a Chicago cop. He is not. Believe it or not, he actually is not that pure. He will.
Detective Doyle, it's your lucky day.
Yeah.
They're not. They may have elevated themselves to a new playing field. They've not elevated their skills that much. So I give him the photos of all their cars, the photos of the house. I give them, records of all this kind of stuff and pull sites from, their hate group kind of stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh wait, you're faking their digital stuff, right?
Yes.
All right, so you need to do that.
Okay. So I will
Do
spend
I-
my last 2 digital intrusion.
We're gonna blow up people who ain't from America. Because America.
Okay.
My great grandparents.
That's a 3.
Okay, well, it's not very. You can choose either to be not detectable or to make it credible.
So, I would say make it credible.
Make it credible.
Is the one because
Okay.
they can. If they do any detect, I can bullshit
Nice,
them.
clean neo-Nazi terrorist.
And also, we have somebody else who's going to cover for us as well. So,
Well, you realize later that it's traceable to your safe house. So,
which we will be. Hopefully, we will be burning that location.
you will have to burn that.
So after
It's an
tonight,
Airbnb.
yeah.
We're not going to.
Well, your cover, that cover is going to be burned.
Oh yeah, no, that cover was meant to be burned.
Okay, I know. But that's what the
Sorry for the crappy roll, but
Okay, so I will say. So, Home Office mainly wants to know what these gentlemen and ladies are up to due to their associations with some Germanic fellows, which they're particularly concerned about. Skinheads, miss the days of punk, those types. So we don't have much interest over here, but alarming paper trail using our funds. So I drop all of the intrusion things. I drop the things, and then I drop a photo of the actual explosives.
Quick question. Can we spend the 3 points that we had on the Children of the Gods, the 3-point group pool, on Aaron's digital intrusion?
Okay, I would allow that then.
okay. So
That's what I was...
All right, then I'll
All
cover
right.
it completely. So okay.
There we go.
It's amazing
Oh,
what you
6.
can photograph on a cell phone when you don't need warrants and can pop a trunk.
Yeah, he is very impressed. Where is that?
I give him the address. All of these are known aliases, threatening behavior towards, people of interfaith.
You're a miracle worker.
Definite probable cause. You need not to show these photos to anyone else or to say how you
Oh,
got
no.
them. Say you took them at the crime scene.
Dear
Today.
CI number 835. Yeah.
Yes.
Something. So Doyle's going to do this right now. Like, it's obvious he's going to go raid it.
That's what we're off doing.
Yeah. So meanwhile, let's see if you can get that.
Oh, no, this is like, meet me at a bar,
Yeah.
I'm going to the gallery.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So let's see if you can get the hot potato in the car trunk. Infiltration. There's going to be 2 tests. One to get inside the gated community, because it's a gated community.
Spend 3.
All right.
Check car.
8.
All right, you are in there. Now you will have to get in there and plant it. This will be a higher test, obviously, because you have to pop the trunk, put it in there, and then get back out. So another infiltration check. They are not paranoid of you. So wait, you've already spent 6, so you should only...
8, 9.
Okay, these are your last points.
It is. 5.
All right. As you get out, you run across. You pop open the trunk, put the explosives in. The Kia Sorrento that has Odin and other pagan symbols on it. It looks like they used to have a coexist sticker on it, but they scratched that out. And
I gave them all the burner phone numbers too.
oh yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
But as you're getting back, you're crossing backyard. You see a older woman who is walking like her poodle in the backyard. Sort of watching it. She looks at you. You don't look like a gardener.
Right.
Who are you? Are you a burglar? Oh, I need to call I better go call. You better get away from me.
Tradecraft, burn tradecraft.
Burn tradecraft.
Okay.
Leave.
To do what?
Because
You're Irish. You're in Chicago. You're wandering around a strange person's backyard.
Let's look like-
You're drunk. Come on.
Like,
All right, so listeners, can Tom roleplay being a drunk? Let's find out.
Damn it!
Riley.
oh, Matt, what's going on here? What? Where the fuck am I? Is this in fucking downtown?
Oh my, you've had a bit too much.
No, I haven't fought a fucking enough yet. I must have wandered away.
Well, let me call the.
Again, we are rewarding racists.
No, Madam, it's like,
Damn it!
if you called for me, the boys would never let me live it down. Could you point me? Could you point me to the way out of here, please? I'll just walk. I know I can make it. I know.
Yeah, that's really drunk.
All right,
When you're drunk, you can walk anywhere.
all right, I will allow it. That Riley manages to fake
Sound
being
like
drunk.
that's a little experience.
And gets away. The dog bark. You do notice though that the dog is going to take a leak on your leg though as you're doing. So if you're going to be drunk though, you'll have to let the dog do.
I'll do it like. Oh, Bobby, that wouldn't be the first time that happened tonight.
All right.
It's like, you're just more
It'd be
polite about
great
it.
when they do the fibers.
Yeah.
I think a dog did it, sir. Dog urine all over the crime scene.
What did I tell you about being stupid?
So you get out with maybe not with all your dignity intact, but
you were my wheelman.
So she does call ahead, but the gate is like, yes, please. I don't know how you got in here, but you need to leave.
like that's good. The details are kind of fuzzy to me.
Don't tell my supervisor.
It's like lips are sealed.
And I am parked around the corner.
Yeah, I
so.
know.
Meanwhile, it's
Yeah. So you're running. You're just staggering out. Just
Singing
as
All Lang Syne or something.
you get into the car just as some other the first cop cars are wheeling, spinning. Yeah.
And as soon as I
pull away in the car with no make and model and fake plates.
Yeah.
Yay, shark cars.
Yes.
actually it's slightly left. Oh my god. Apologize about the smell. It couldn't be avoided, but it's done.
I just not even saying a word, just putting it into gear.
Fortunately, yeah, they weren't suspicious. You got there. They were a little suspicious, but you didn't give enough away for them to have guards or anything. So good job there.
At the gallery.
At the gallery, yes. You two are there. A lot of people there. A lot of hot upcoming artists. Got some good work there. Sculptures and paintings and whatnot. And there's a vibe. Chad is just all over you. He's, just like pointing you out, introducing you to people. And you intimate that you want to get. Is there a place a little more private? And he's like, oh well, the basement. Oh, we have the best stuff back there. You have to see it. It's too good for the public. So he has a key to the back door, or to the basement door, and leads you down the stairs. Down in the stairs, you do see it is a large open space. They have a lot of stuff there, furniture, most of it covered up by tablecloth or cloths, but you do notice a few things. One, there are a lot of like sort of weird symbols painted on the walls. Kind of spray painted. Some of those look a little like Children of the Gods tattoo things, from what you could tell. Whatever. But there's also a safe. It is a let's see here, a Bastion 850 safe.
I roll electronic surveillance to snap photos of it with my phone?
Oh, you sure can.
Well, not roll, but spend?
Yeah, you can spend a point to do that while keeping chat distracted.
Yeah, I'm sending pictures of the
Just
safe
one,
to...
all right.
Yeah.
All right, both of you for free. You recognize a Bastion 850 when you see one, and you know this particular model actually has a vulnerability. It isn't used very much. It is very vulnerable to auto dialers, which are actually produced by companies, including Garnet. That's basically something that will keep. It has a keypad, and you can just put the auto dial on it, and it will just keep trying keypads until it'll get it. So if you can get a Bastion 850 auto dialer, you can crack this in about 15-20 minutes, totally silently.
Huh.
So now to find out where one would be in Chicago that you could get, those would be spins.
Streetwise, maybe?
Tradecraft.
Okay, for free, you know, both Bastion and Garnet would have one in their offices, so you could do B&E there. Now you can make spins, so it could be Streetwise, it could be Tradecraft. It would be a 2-point spin for Tradecraft or Streetwise to figure out a local hot contact for that.
I mean, how complicated are these auto dialers?
You cannot engineer one. You cannot MacGyver one in a few minutes.
So that's fine. So
Okay. I will spend the 2 points of Streetwise.
All right, with 2 points of Streetwise, there is there is a mafia presence in the city, believe it or not,
Chicago?
Yeah, in Chicago. I know it's stretching my credibility here, but and they often have their own safecrackers. Not so much to steal things, but more of a repossession program. Like some mob, enforcer doesn't pay up their bills. They go in there, they take what there. So there's a safecracker there who would have this kind of tool. You only know him as Vinny. That's obviously an alias, but you could contact Vinny and try and ask for a Bastion 850 auto dialer. You don't know what he's going to charge for that, or you would probably have to go and get it, or especially on short notice, he was so that this would be a great network spend if you had it. Or
I don't have any network.
So Vinny would be your best to get it hot. You also, I say with 2 points, you know where he would be, or you know where his workshop would be. There is a building, a warehouse that is used as a gambling den, and they have a workshop in there. So a lot of the mafia stuff is there.
Yeah, I can try to make a networking roll, but it would be at a 0. So
if you don't have any points in it, you can't make a network.
No, I have points in it. I just had used them all up. So
yeah, you can't do that.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Do you have any networking?
Yes.
Okay, you could do a network.
I'll spend my last 2.
All right, you can see if you know Vinny.
Do me and Vinny. 4.
You know him, but he doesn't like you. So he will.
Then can I?
You can make a contact, but he will have a high price.
Well, how about can I just tell him what he needs to know? If someone else can do it.
Well, then you realize he's probably not going to be able to get it right now. This is the kind of thing where they're gangsters. They're fucking paranoid. They're not going to just hand.
All right. Well, guy, do you want me to try for this? He doesn't care for me, but.
Social engineering, if you can keep there's a chance he might know what the combination is if you can sweet talk it enough.
You could try that.
I will. Well, he's showing me the basement. It's
Yeah.
private viewing, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I will look at the pieces.
Yeah.
Know about them.
Yeah.
With art history. What's in there?
Oh, well, that's for special stuff. Sometimes Moto holds on to other people's. We trade art with other stores. We don't to circulate our contents. The people in San Diego get tired of seeing the same stuff in the store, so we ship them our stuff, and San Diego ships them our stuff. Back and forth. That way, we always have something new for people to see. For very special stuff that's on its way to someplace else, we ship it here. So bullshit detector, Shad is probably a little knowledgeable that this is kind of shady, so he's a little reluctant to do it.
Sorry. Well, I mean, my business is to know where things are going and purchase them for my clients before they get there.
Yeah.
I'd really like to.
Are you sure you can't show me what's in it, Shaddy?
Do you have any flirtation points left?
Flattery.
Okay.
I mean, you've really sold me so far.
All right.
This kind of stuff, but I'd really like to get the heads up in the competition. This could set me up for a while. I could maybe take some time
Okay, you
off.
cannot take any photos. Okay.
I'm not gonna take any photos.
Okay, you can just.
Well, not of the art.
Well. All right, you can take a look, but you cannot if she found out that I let anybody look at it, that would be it. That would be my job. Okay. So.
I'm English, bruv. We're discreet.
Okay. Boop, bop, boop, beep. He opens it up.
Notice?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Notice bin. One notice. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you recognize it. It's a caduceus. The staff with two snakes twirled around it. A symbol of ancient, ancient Greek symbol. Used a lot in mythology.
I think you mentioned the notice for the combination.
Oh yeah. This is free. I assume you're looking in the fucking safe.
Yeah, I am looking at the same.
Yeah.
Though I probably shouldn't, because Cthulhu's in there.
It's a caduceus, all right.
That calls Cthulhu?
No.
I don't understand.
It is made of. It is tinted. It is. The snakes are actually gold. There are little gems in their eyes. It is very, very, just with 0 point art history, you realize that is fucking old as shit. So that may actually be.
What is with 1 point of art history?
Art history, you actually recognize that this would actually not. A caduceus like this, it is staff sized, would actually probably be used for religious purposes, for the cult of Hermes, for something. So this is actually thousands of years old, and is priceless as an artifact. Easily hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars.
Okay.
That's with a 1 point. Just yep. That's really fucking valuable. Someone would really want that. But if it's on the art loss register, no one could publicly. You couldn't auction it. You couldn't sell it in Sotheby's. So this is something that would be for a private collector. Yeah.
So get it, fake it, frame it,
Yeah.
sell it.
Yeah. So the
Little known Daft Punk song.
Yeah. So, so you can either linger down here, or after he closes the safe back up, unless you want to knock him out and go back up to the museum or back up to the gallery.
Did you observe the key coder?
Yeah.
I know.
He made the notice. So,
While you're also down here, you might take a look, see if you can find where the camera feeds go, the other thing in the basement.
The rest of the place is darkened, or most of it's pretty dark, and you can see cables leading off on the other side, and you realize there's shelves of old electronic equipment and stuff like that. It's probably there, but there would be no reason for you to look there. It's not art. Why would Chad want you to look at the security? How would you bullshit Chad to let you look at that?
Yeah.
So.
Nice quiet place to lie down for.
So Skinner.
We don't need to necessarily worry too much about heat. If we steal, there's white supremacist stolen art as their white supremacist gang goes down for a terrorist charge. It's not like they can call the cops and say, "Oh, somebody stole my illegal art that I was hoarding."
Exactly.
So we have to worry about them not finding us. But I haven't used a real name since we crossed the border.
So where do you want to lead Chad? Do you want to lead him back upstairs or?
I want a smooth dine, a lovely night at the party.
Okay.
Everything's fine. I'm looking to buy things.
Yeah.
Treat me nice.
Yeah. So you go back upstairs and enjoy some more d'oeuvres, and
the whole time.
Lots of wine.
Lots of wine. He
wine.
introduces you to all of the hot new artists who are varying quality. Some are actually very talented. Some are. Why are they here? Oh, they have trust funds. Okay. Skinner, you're at the gallery too. Mona is there. She leaves though shortly after.
Shortly after we arrive.
Shortly after. You weren't with Alondro and Riley, were you? You were.
I was not with Alejandro and Riley.
Yeah, you were just at the gallery. She does leave about half an hour in, which matches right after the cops raid the house. So she is gone. So the gallery goes on for. So you wait.
Some of those hair fibers or whatever she touched last, or
Yeah.
All right, that would be a film. That would be a
Surveillance.
Touch.
Yeah, what are you wanting to get her? Lift her fingerprints or her hair fibers? Hair fibers would be easier because pick up a thing.
Tag team tactical benefit?
Sure.
Could I spend a point in negotiation to be like, ooh, I want to buy this, but make a heated,
Okay.
let's do this, but I can only spend this much, and how much can you pay?
Okay, with Mona?
Yeah, and while he's got her distracted,
yeah.
just the... you got something on your shoulder there.
Okay.
Doing fingerprints on her other hand.
Okay.
Why is my hand so achy? Anyway, I have to go.
No, it's easy to just grab a couple of hairs that she shed from her jacket, and the other one, I'm thinking filching to just... When she drinks that glass of wine, I will swipe her wine glass.
Okay. That would be 2 points of forensic pathology to pull that off in a crowded party. And a filtering test, because you're doing it while there are dozens of people in the fucking
There's
room.
bathrooms.
Yeah, you're taking her wine
He has a messenger bag full of guns and a wine glass.
Give me that field test.
Okay. Spending all 3.
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I
barely did it, yeah. But you barely managed to get it. You have to gulp down her wine in order to, shove the glass in.
Easily
you get her fingerprints, you get her hair samples.
Which, by the way I'm going to gulp her wine is don't actually touch my lips to the glass.
Yeah. The gallery goes on. You guys arrive nearby. So
You're waiting in the car.
yeah, you're waiting.
I'm not going anywhere near that. So
So you're just gonna wait until the gallery closes. Mm-hmm. Okay. The gallery closes relatively early, like 10.
And I assume Chad has to close it because Mona is off.
Yes. He gets a call from Mona from the office. Looks very distraught after a while. He's like,
What's wrong?
"Oh, some of her client wound in legal trouble. I don't know why she's dealing with it, but apparently she is.
Is she going to be okay?
She sounded very angry. She sounded very upset. She said someone's going to pay for this.
I asked, and the producer gave me another couple days in town, so I guess I could do the paperwork with her tomorrow when she's feeling better. I wouldn't want to distract her tonight.
No, of course. No. It's definitely. We want the sale. We really want the sale. We value your presence here. Service with the spot.
Look, Chad. Could we stay here? I do a lot of work in the hip hop industry, and they have some retrograde ideas, if you know what I mean.
Well, you can say, I'll close up. Like you don't have to leave with the other guests. You can stay here while I close up.
But you'll stay here with me, maybe.
Well, yeah. No, well, I have to close up. I have to turn the alarm on. Our insurance requires it. But you can stay here and come out with me. We'll be the last.
I know, but we couldn't do something here first.
Yeah. Chad is not too bright. He's also had a lot of wine.
He's about to have some more wine. Special wine.
We're terrible people. Are you introducing the pharmacy, the pharmaceutical?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that will be a filtering test.
All right.
Fairly easy, though.
I will spend 3.
Yeah.
I'm glad I spent 3.
It was a 1.
I got a 4.
Okay, yeah, you succeed.
That's all gone.
So, and you time it just so that everyone else is leaving, then Chad basically passes out. So the alarm hasn't even been set yet.
I take out Chad's phone.
Yeah.
I set it to record.
Yeah.
On him. I put my watch in front of it so he sees the time.
Yeah.
I don't want this to freak you out any more than it should. You should get better taste in men. I take the key. I go downstairs.
Okay.
I punch in the key. I pick up the thing.
The caduceus.
Yeah, and I put it in a bag.
Okay.
And I walk the fuck out of it.
We need the other footage right now. The one with the safe that has the DVR and the
what?
Security footage.
Oh, we need the security footage?
That's up to you.
I think that it's to make sure that they're not seen at all, because there was a camera in front of the door, right?
Yeah, you were in the gallery all evening.
Yeah.
And you're hanging off of Chad.
All right, so yeah.
Chad is hanging off of you.
Yeah, so...
I let him back in.
Yeah.
So, and I'll.
because the alarm's off.
Yeah.
Do you want us to come in too? Since
No,
we
let's
I smell of dog piss. So.
let's make it fast.
And I used all my infiltration.
Do you have electronic surveillance any to spend on that?
I have an electronic surveillance. If you can,
Spend a point.
you can put a.
You find the safe. It is a small safe.
So you have her prints, right?
Yeah, I've got her prints.
Put on the gun that looks like it has the most bodies. Dump that in the safe.
Damn.
That would be the automatic.
Okay.
Spin.
Any of the guns would work.
Yeah.
So who's going without a gun? There are 4. You got 4 guns from Edna. Now you will have 3 guns. That means someone doesn't have a gun.
I'll go without a gun.
All right.
For now, until we get in the car.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so it's a small safe. You can make an infiltration check to disable it. If you have any
Oh,
points.
so you're coming in too?
I do have points of infiltration, so.
But he's the one who spent
Okay.
the electronic surveillance to find the safe.
Although, could a machine
And while I'm-
roll
So
mechanical?
the server goes
substance?
directly into the safe?
There is a cabling that goes
Like
into
nobody's moving tapes or hard drives over to the safe? Like there's
No,
a
the DVR.
wire
Yeah.
The DVR's
into a safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ross, while I am planting...
I know that probably doesn't make sense in reality, but whatever.
While I'm
Can we
planting-
pick up the safe? Because like,
could.
if it's got fucking DVR in it, it can't be that heavy.
No, it's like a hotel safe.
Yeah, let's just put it in a bag and go. Fuck it.
All right, you don't have to make any rolls. You can just
Sever the cables and go.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. What I was going to say on the framing on the gun, I'm also going to put her thumbprints on all of the bullets in the clip.
Okay, that's going to take time. That you did that will take probably like an hour to do all of that.
all we need is
It's close. It's circumstantial enough.
Yeah.
Well, with her known connections to
terrorists.
terrorists.
That works then.
Yeah.
If we're going to be taking other things, though, art history spend to grab whatever else down here we can get away with.
Okay. There is.
Ruby did say,
Easily portable.
yeah,
Yeah. There are 3 money units worth of portable loot that you could take.
we will take the 3 money units.
Okay, so
Sweet money.
yeah, so you take 3 money units worth of stuff. 3 duffel bag, 2 duffel bag, 3 duffel bags worth of stuff. One person's carrying the Caduceus, and then there's
You trailed me all night, right? Mm-hmm. Can you spend something investigative to wipe down anything I actually touched
Yeah.
when my gloves were off?
yeah. So
All
we
right.
can do that.
Do that.
So this will take you a better part of an hour to do.
That's fine.
So you do that.
We lock up and leave.
Tom, you're out in the car, I assume. You can give me a sense trouble check if you want. If you want, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
3.
Okay.
9.
It's a fucking large bird watching you. Just a big blackbird on a light pole. Seems to be watching you.
That is not a
Like-
tip.
This actually from the car.
Goddamn birds.
Yeah.
Hey, bird. Like, you're not just in from the car window up still. There's just me in there. All right.
Alright. This is-
Actually, I don't see a bird. I'm not going to like, guys, you got to get out right now. There's a bird.
It's a blackbird. It's a
It looks weird.
yeah. No, but it's just
Stink eye.
What if the way I'm going to deal with it is like, hello.
yeah. All right, you're taunting it. Good job. All
It's
right.
like, I'm just like, hello. Like, are you doing crimes? Like, why no, I'm not. Like, because it looks like you are.
Okay. All right. So it takes you about an hour. You all pile in the car. It's a 4-person car, the shark car.
I will drive.
All right. That's all right.
Oh, by the way, just as they're coming
Who
out.
is in shotgun, by the way?
So I will.
Okay.
By the way, like is the bird still there when they're coming out?
Yes. Okay. You take a photo of it.
They're like, fuck, it's a freaking. I was like,
What?
it's a big blackbird. Look at that thing.
When have you become an ornithologist?
Don't document this.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So Caleb, you're driving on the highway, fastest way to get back. Give me a stability check.
I'm going to spend 1.
All right.
I make a 4.
Okay. So here's what happens. Here's what you see, Hamid. You're driving on the highway. It seems to be getting a little darker. The lights seem to be.
I had gloves on when I picked that motherfucker up.
I
Just to be clear about the gloves.
Okay.
All right.
And then your headlights show a woman standing in the middle of the highway, looking right at you for a moment. But you think, no, it was a bird. No, it's a woman. She's looking at you, and then you just see red eyes, and then you just black out. What? Yeah. The rest of you. All three of you, give me a survival check.
Oh, shit.
Spend the last of it.
All right.
Go over the cliff.
7.
Okay.
3.
3.
Okay. So 3, 7. Okay, so you're in the back seat, farthest away from the driver, and you just look at Caleb. I'm sorry, you look at Hamid for a moment, and he just. And then he stamps on the acceleration and starts jacking the car. Or he stomps on the acceleration, jacks, and then spins the wheel sharply to the left to basically flip the car. You have a chance to try and react, or what are you going to do?
Well,
you can either brace for impact, or you
Spend all your points.
yeah.
God damn it, we did it quiet.
I know.
We did not do it loud. It was a perfect run. Keep the car from flipping. Fuck the Mythos magic. It was a good, clean job. Don't let him ruin it, David.
okay, I'm going to spend 6 points in athletics to dive, grab the wheel,
Okay.
and hold it straight.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll.
Actually, we'll make that 4,
Okay.
which will leave me with 4.
That extra XP.
7.
Okay.
We
So
did Diamond House before this too.
Caleb still just put floor to the pedal to the floor, and the car does not flip over, but it does.
Well, whoever is in passenger
You're
seat,
already going 70 miles an hour. You're on the highway.
Yeah.
So
grab the keys, pull them
it takes
out.
seconds. You don't have time.
Yeah.
So the car does not flip over in the middle of the highway. It does hit the median at an angle and just goes through, sails through the air, and lands in a ditch 50 feet. So everyone give me an athletics check. You will wake up in a moment.
I've barely gone buddy by.
Thank you.
Yeah.
8.
6.
All right.
7.
You can still you roll athletics too.
Unconscious?
No, you black out.
Unconscious athletics?
Basically, you wake up as soon as you black out for a moment, and then Skinner's holding the wheel, and you see the median, or you see the railing of the side of the road up ahead, and you're like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
All right. You're all
I'm not
actually.
going to spend when I'm just like, sleepy bedtime, car crash.
Yeah. So you all actually only take 2 points of damage each from the car crash, but you're all stunned for a moment. As the car is totaled in a ditch, or it looks like that, you can't really tell at this point. Let's see here. You two were in the back seat, so.
Well, we were in the back seat. They were in the front seat.
No, he was
in the front seat.
You and me were in the back seat.
So, let's see here. Riley, go ahead and give me a stability check.
Spend on that.
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'll spend 1.
Okay.
4.
Okay. You start coughing up blood, and then you notice the blood is sort of hanging, just floating in midair, and sort of floating towards the back, and just sort of floats out of the broken window to the side. So that's what you're doing. So give me this is. So you're like, what the fuck is going on? So
Gravity sure is weird on
you
Lang.
take 1 point of damage. 1 point of health, and you lose 1 more point of stability.
You really got me, man. No Cthulhu's.
It's not Black Agents, all right. Not everything supernatural is Cthulhu.
Vampires don't do this.
I'm still up by it. I just want to be clear to listeners.
So you're stunned for this round.
Okay, yeah, like it's like,
You're like you feel weakened too.
Blood, come back.
Yeah, basically.
hey, get back in my body.
So Skinner, you're in the back seat. You look over. You notice Riley kind of twitching and seizing. Are you going to look back and see what's going on with him?
Actually, I'm more concerned with just...
Oh yeah, you're kind of leaned over. Actually, you take an additional point of damage because you were hanging over the seat. You banged your head on the dashboard. So that's right. No one else. Yeah, you don't see what is going on with Riley. So
Drugs. What's the drug it? She's the player.
okay, so
Get the fucking gear.
you're getting out.
Get the fucking gear.
All right.
yeah.
So
We gotta move.
all right. So you're getting out. You're trying to get out.
Why, no. My ribs aren't horribly broken. Thank you for asking.
So,
Fuckers.
Skinner, are you going to try and sit back to get out the back seat, or are you going to try and crawl out through the front?
Which one will my ribs allow more?
The back.
Yeah, I'm sliding back.
All right. So you slide.
But more concerned with getting outdoor than
All right.
Riley.
Well, you can't not look back at Riley.
Well, where's the fucking package? That's what
it's
I'm
in the
concerned.
trunk.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
getting to the
All right,
trunk.
you're getting out. So
Okay,
you look
so-
back and you see Riley seizing, and blood floating out of his head, just out of his eyes, out of his nose, out of his mouth. It's just floating there and sort of going in a stream towards the back. So give me a stability check.
5.
Okay, it's 1 stability because what the fuck. You must have hit your head harder than you thought, but so you are in shotgun. I assume you're trying to get out too.
Yeah, that's it's like just trying to undo this. Did you fall asleep? What the hell?
All right, so
Get the gear.
you
Get
get
the fucking gear.
you
Forcing
get
the
out.
door open and going into the and
I'm
you're
getting out
getting the
too.
gear. I'm trying
All
to
right,
open
so you
the
can
side
either
door.
push out through the window and just fall on the ground, or you can just force the door open.
Force the door open.
So you force the door open. You're still in the car. Are you just popping out the window, or are you
Whatever's the fastest way out.
popping, just sliding through the window? And falling
Yeah.
on the
I'm a
ground?
little
All right.
preoccupied.
I'm already not looking well.
Yeah. New round.
That's a round?
Yeah, that was a round.
We're in combat against the staff.
You're not in combat. It's not the staff. So, Riley, you can move around. Are you looking back to see where your blood's going?
Yeah, I totally am.
Okay. You look back and you see Mona. Although she's like covered in feathers, her eyes are glowing red, and she looks really angry at you. And she's sort of standing on. She's just kind of reaching out, and just the blood's just flowing into her. So yeah, give me another stability check. All right, that's 3 stability. What the fuck? What the fuck? So you're a little freaking out now. But she sees you. She is going to try and drain your health again.
What an asshole.
Yeah, she can do that. You can. This is an opposed check, so she will spend 1 point of aberrance. So that's a 7. So
What am I
you can
rolling?
roll stability to fight it. It's a mental attack.
No, just 5.
All right, you lose 2 points of health as more blood is flowing
Where
out.
are we at?
You're off the side of the highway in a ditch.
All right, so it's is anyone coming to see?
It was late at night at the highway, so
Loud highway noises in an unlighted ditch.
there were street lamps nearby, so there is some illumination.
So, but if we were to open up on this,
Probably
Gunfire would attract.
you're pretty clear to shoot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Then
do it.
You can still act though, Tom. That was her.
I don't have a gun.
Yeah.
well, I do.
I
right.
framed the fucking elder thing or whatever we're fighting.
It's not really with us. Anyway.
Okay, yeah,
Then 2
sure.
shooting.
All right.
7.
She doth protest too much.
You have to admit, Ross, there is a pattern.
again. Wow.
Not everything's supernatural.
Behold again.
So let's see here. So go ahead and roll damage. -1.
That's D6 minus 1?
Yeah. 1. Alright, you wing her. She hisses.
Winged her.
I was like, fucking shoot her!
So let's see. How much health does she drain from you? 3 points. 4 points.
4.
Yeah. Alright. Anyways.
Now that
You got the door open. You heard gunshot behind you.
so pulling out my gun.
Alright, make a stability check.
Yay. 2.
Alright, that's 4 stability. You're seeing a very scary thing.
So I hear guns as well.
Yeah, you all hear guns. Yeah. So if you're still at positive stability, you can still act out.
Oh yeah, I'm
You're
only
still
I
in the
have
car.
12 stability. It's like shit.
Okay.
Bird woman is going down.
Alright, are you spending any?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right. I blacked out,
Yeah.
wrecked the car for no reason.
Shit. 10.
Okay, that hits.
Now I hear gunfire. I'm just getting to the woods.
Yeah, there are woods nearby. Go ahead and roll damage. D6 minus 1.
D6 minus 1.
Yep.
5.
Alright, that hits her right in the head. You think she staggers back now there's a bullet hole in her head. That's not good, because she's still standing.
Hey, David,
that's
you should
fine.
also shoot her in the head.
David just sat back. Skinner just sat back in the car. You can see you have to shoot through a window, so that'll be a modifier.
Or I could kick out the door this turn.
Yeah, you can kick out the door, so you can do that.
Yeah.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Open door and climb out.
The car
Does that require an athletics check to open the door?
Okay, no, you can. That's your full action though. Okay, so you.
I'm going to the trunk.
All right, you scrabble to your feet and get to the trunk. I assume you had foresight to pop the trunk open. All right, so you do that.
I was pretty on the ball until I magically blacked out.
You did. You were. But you see her. She is standing back there, and she's very angry at you, especially. So give me a stability check.
Again?
Yeah. You haven't seen her. You were.
I saw her in the road.
You saw a woman, you can see
Yeah.
bird woman.
Yeah. This is her physical.
I saw her be a bird, be a woman, be red eyes,
All right.
and force me to magically wreck a car. I'll make the stability
Did
check.
she take a bullet to the head and she's not?
I got a 1.
I'll just say it's 2 stability because you've already lost some of it.
She did take a bullet to the head and it apparently is not.
Well, she's still standing, which is not great.
Adapt and improvise, which I'm choosing to interpret as take this fucking staff and run.
Yeah. So you get in there,
Grabbing
grab
the
the caduceus in the duffel bag. You can give me an athletics check to see how far you get.
You're all
Comforting
dead.
wording, Ross.
All
I will spend 2.
All right.
I get an 8.
Wow, you're just like.
It's as if I'm motivated.
booking it right now.
So you clear the car. You just bound across from one side of the ditch to the other. You're quite far. And she screeches. I'll say you actually get into chase distance. So she is going to, of course. See here. She screeches, and just the lights just all black out. It turns to inky darkness for the 3 of you. And you could hear bird wings flapping behind you. She is chasing you. So we'll do this with thrill. You're being chased through the woods by her. Yeah.
So what are the chase rules? I don't know them off the top of my head.
All right. So halfway. Determine starting lead. This is a. Let's see here. It's an open chase.
I had an 8, and she was being shot at from 2 people.
Yes, but she is superhumanly fast.
So I'm gonna die. Okay.
Not necessarily. You got an 8 for that, so let me roll her, see what it is. Oh, she actually didn't roll very well. So you actually, she loses you for a bit in the woods as she is distracted by them. So you have a lead of 3. So you have a lead of 3. So you need to get to I will say 10, and you will lose her. Actually, yeah. No, I'll say 8. But we'll go back to that. So she's chasing after you. So for you 3, it's just dark for a moment, just like pitch black.
Preparedness.
And then she's gone. And then the other...
You don't need preparedness. We got flashlights.
You have flashlights.
They're in the car.
So yeah, we'll just do this round by round. One, you could join in the chase and like try and hunt for her, or you could do something else. So we'll just go from left to right. So, Alondra, what are you going to do?
What was the mechanics cherry again? That was pretty much the fawns. It's fixed immediately, right?
Are you like fixing the car?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have to look it up. I do mechanics. Let's see. It's not in here. It's if your mechanic rating is 8 or more, you can spend mechanics pool for preparedness tests, as long as you provide a jaunty burn notice style explanation of how you repurpose this gadget or component. There might be a double tab, which you can look it up. So, are you trying to fix the car?
Yes, I am trying to fix the car.
All right.
So.
That would be a mechanics check.
All right. So. We'll just spend everything on this one.
Amber's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. You can never.
So 10.
10. All right. Yeah. You get it. It's not totaled. It looks like shit, but it's not totaled. You just
Shark card. Drive us.
But he is going in the woods, which will be an interesting chase thing with a car. So
He's also got the loot.
Cool. So can I spend a trade craft?
well, hold on. We're doing this left to right.
Okay.
So Skinner, what are you going to do?
Well, it's not just the fact that he ran into the woods, it's the fact that he ran into the woods with the loot.
Yes.
So I'm going to be joining the chase.
Okay. Give me athletics check.
5.
Okay, so with a 5, you actually run in the woods, and you can see you can hear the bird wings just sounds like a flock of birds just going off in that direction. So you can chase after that if you're looking to just attack that thing, whatever it is.
I didn't even see the thing. I wouldn't even be listening for bird
Okay,
noise.
yeah, you're looking.
But on the other hand, I am listening for the sound of.
Do you have notice?
Yes.
With a notice, I would say
Birds would be startled by my path through the woods.
you would notice where he is.
That
So I'll say you're at 2. Caleb, I'm sorry. Hammond is at 4. Skinner is at 2. And
But yeah, I will spend a notice to figure out which way he went.
Mona is between you two. So you're behind it, and it's behind you. So you're in the front. Let's see. You're 4 away. So yeah. What are you going to be doing, Hammond?
Can I spend a point of tradecraft to be able to navigate through the woods towards an urban center, like situational awareness? Like,
Do you have tradecraft left to spend?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that. You would know which way to go. So yeah.
Yeah, I want to run towards a street,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
out of the woods.
I would. Yeah. All right. So give me an athletics check. This was determining how lead you are.
So, do you get any bonus for investigative spends?
I'll let you get a +1
Okay.
bonus on this one.
I'll spend 2 athletics.
All right.
I get an 8.
Wow. So you succeed, and let's see here. The linked lead-ins by 2. You actually increased it by 2 because they failed their check. So they failed their check at all. So they're getting lost in the woods. They're yeah. So, but there's more. Yeah, you just hear the flapping of wings behind you. You're just like
Super fast.
yeah.
It's fast for me alive. He's a super freak.
So Riley.
I'm staying in the fucking car.
Yeah.
I am not getting out.
yeah, you're not having your blood sucked out anymore.
That's good, but you know what? I just had blood sucked out of my head.
Yeah, that was
I'm staying right here.
okay.
Do whatever you need to do. I'm not going to worry what happened to him.
All right, with a 10, you can drive the car. Which way do you want to go? In the woods
I won't make it through there probably.
That would take a hell of a driving check.
It's like,
David, what-
David ran away in the woods.
Please
sorry.
get me somewhere.
You still have health.
Hey, I'm still not feeling good.
No, that's fine. You're kind of freaked out. Skinner ran off in the woods.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna try to just see if
Do you have
I
outdoor survival?
Oh,
Okay.
I've urban survival.
Somebody got
Get the car on the road.
Yeah.
Just get it on a road somewhere.
I'll follow along.
All right, so you get the car on the road.
Let's get to
It
some.
looks like shit, but you
Get to some motel by the airport, so we can beat a hasty retreat if we need to.
all right, so you two are just driving.
Yeah, that would be 0 points spent on tradecraft. Crappy hotel near the airport. We can meet up.
I don't want them to park anywhere yet. I just want them to get to where they can re-navigate.
Yeah.
I'm taking the shortcut somewhere.
Yeah. If you had something like that, you could like figure out which way he would be going and try and reconnoiter that.
Well, I also, if he can take the wheel, I should be.
I
Skinner
can't
isn't
take
with
the
you.
wheel. I'm in the woods.
Oh wait, sorry. I mean, if
Right.
oh like, damn it.
So, anyways, when you're driving, you get on the road. That's your turn. Skinner. Give me an athletics check.
Another 5.
Okay. All right, let me roll for the thing.
Well, if you're going to chase me,
Yeah.
Is she going to chase him now?
No, she's chasing you. I'm just trying to figure out how close he is to it.
She already made her roll and got lost somewhere in the woods, I thought.
Well, no, you increased your lead, but it's still
Okay.
It can still you got farther away from it, but you're not out of the clear yet. All right, so it made a roll. So,
Can I? I'm going to call while I'm running.
okay.
I'm going to. Shit. Who should I call? I'll make a no point prepared to see if I make the right call.
Okay.
I don't. I call Skinner.
Yeah.
Skinner, get the car! Meet me! Fallback position B!
All right, what's your athletics check?
I'm out of points, so I just have to know.
Yeah.
I make a 4.
All right. Let's see.
So, if you could relay that message on your turn.
You can make spins now if you had other things to do, but your lead decreases by 1 because it won by a larger margin of success. You both succeeded on your roll, but so it's catching up to you. You can hear the wings closer to you. It is very fast. You realize you have to use the trees to block it.
Why that scares me so much?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been a very weird turn of events in the last few minutes. Riley, you're in the back seat as the car staggers onto the road, essentially.
Yeah, I have urban survival, not.
I don't know a point spent to know like where they're going to come out at. Like you know where you are on the highway. With that, you realize you know where if he's going in a straight line that way, you know where he would approximately come out.
All right, go here.
Yeah.
That's probably where he's going to be coming out if he.
So you just missed the exit for that. So if you went against traffic, you could get there much quicker, or you could just wait for the next one.
I have no drive.
All right, that's fine. You're give me a drive check. You have drive, but you have to. Let's see how fast you can get there.
Signal,
X2.
All right, not very fast.
It was wrecked pretty bad.
You're trying. Yeah, it's not steering too well. You are catching up to Hamid. You can see him. He is running like something. The devil was chasing him. You don't know exactly what happened.
Fucking stick!
Yeah.
God!
Yeah.
Spider webs!
What are you going to do, Skinner?
Catch up with Hamud.
Okay. You can hear him running behind you.
While also calling on the phone.
Yeah.
Because headset.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't turn around and try and kill him.
Yeah.
Fallback position B. Repeat. Fallback position B.
Okay. Are you going to try and lure the thing away? Or are you going to, what does that mean?
I still have no idea where the thing is.
Okay.
But I'm relaying
Do you
the
have
message.
notice? Do you want to look around, see what is chasing Hamid?
First, I'm going to take the road flare out of my pocket.
Oh, that's a fucking hell of a preparedness check.
Do you have 8?
I've got 6 out of 8 left.
Oh, if you had 8 to start, that's still nick of time.
Okay.
You haven't used it yet, so he has it.
Yeah, you can have it. So you have a road flare. So what are you going to do with this road flare?
I'll hang on to it for the moment.
Okay.
I've got a plan for it.
Okay, that's fine.
But I'm going to work on catching up to Ahmad.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
5.
All right, you can give me an athletics check.
I don't have athletics.
You could still run.
Infiltration, since I know it's trying to track me through the trees to duck and weave.
Yeah, you could try and lose it.
I spend 4 in infiltration.
Okay.
I get a 6.
Okay.
Running out of points.
All right, you actually duck under. There's a large tree with a massive, the knotty roots under it, like form sort of a little, almost a cave, a little hiding spot. The tree itself looks quite ancient, so you duck under there. That's quite fortuitous, and the birds just flock over you. You realize there's more than one. There's just a silent mass of blackbirds with red eyes following you, yeah, they stop. Well, they go on for this round at least.
So did my lead increase at all?
Your lead did increase back to 6, so it'll have to reacquire you unless you run. Yeah, you can either like break your run and like if you beat it one more time and it fails, then you've gotten away.
Yeah, after it passes, we have sprinting.
All right, well, that'll be your next
a
action.
different direction. I'm also calling up George Saunders' Uber account on my phone.
All right.
I need a ride from the woods. It's been a crazy fucking night.
Okay.
I'm pinging my Uber driver.
Okay, so you're frantically doing that on silent mode. So back to the car. Give me another driving check. Riley, are you doing anything as well?
I've done what I can.
Yeah. Well, you rolled a 2, so you don't crash. That's good. Yeah.
We're screwing a lot on the Lost Highway.
The bumper's rattling a bit and hitting them, bouncing off the road. Yeah, it's not great. So Skinner, you finally do notice there's a flock of blackbirds with red glowing eyes, just sort of swimming through the air. They're just gliding between trees with supernatural speed and agility, and they suddenly stop and turn like on a dime as you lose sight of Hammond yourself. He ducked behind a tree somewhere and hid. All they see is you, and they stare down at you. The flock. And this is nothing on Earth that you've ever seen before. This is, you're way in over your head. Give me a stability check.
6.
All right, that is 1 stability. You're like, well, this is not optimal, I'd imagine.
6 for heaven, 7 for hell, 8 is for the devil himself. That's 10. Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Not making any threatening gestures.
Okay, that's a choice. So you stop and stare at it as it stares at you. Let's see here. It stopped moving. You hear it just sort of, flapping in the distance, not moving. If you make another infiltration check, you can definitely get away. Are you spending any points?
I have no points to spend, Ross.
Okay.
I have spent all the points. 5?
All right. You start getting away. You were losing sight of it. You do see in the distance Skinner is staring at it.
I'm going to call Skinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck are you doing?
I came to
I can reason with
find
it.
you.
West, you barmy bastard, run! Don't fucking look at it!
All right. At that point, give me a stability check. Skinner. You probably don't want to fail this. Might want to spend.
4.
All right. You feel something. You feel like knives are cutting under your mind, or like just people are just shoving knives through your brain, through your skull. Its eyes. Its eyes are staring into you, and you feel the heat, the rage. Just it hurts to look at it, but you look away for a moment, and you realize the pain sort of it doesn't stop, but it stops increasing in pain or in intensity. It starts slowly.
This is the part where I run.
All right, so it's got a new target. So Riley, while
it has a new target,
yeah,
I don't have the loot.
No, you don't. But
so if I die
Yeah.
without the loot, we still succeed.
Yeah. So first off, let's get to Riley. Alondro is driving the best he can.
That's good. That's good.
Alejandro.
What about you? Are you doing anything?
Kind of clutching the gun, white knuckled.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like, this is fucking wrong. This is all fucking wrong.
All right, fair enough. So you can give me one more driving check.
3.
3. All right, you're getting there. So you get away. Everyone's got away except for Skinner. So Skinner.
Wait. Uber.
Yeah.
Where's my Uber?
He's not far away. You give me if you make an athletics check of 4 or better, you can get there this round. 6. So you just run bounding down the hill from the hills back to the edge of the street. You're covered in cuts and spider webs. You're holding a duffel bag with a
Looking at my phone.
Yeah.
Running towards the dot.
Yeah. So he's there. There's a very confused look as you burst out of the woods.
I didn't want to miss the car.
So you'll get there this round. But that's it. So Skinner, it actually turns back to you. What is your immediate reaction?
Well, once I look away and the pain just stops increasing, I'm running.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
6.
All right. You start running and in another direction, and you start losing it. Again, you realize the trees are your best ally in this, so you're gaining some ground on it. So you've got a lead of 4 on it right now, let's see here. What do you now that you're in the car?
I'm not in the car.
Okay.
I'm taking the car.
You're okay.
Extendable baton.
All right.
I'll give you 5 stars.
All right. Give me a weapons check to GTA this.
All right. I will spend 4. I get a 7.
All right, you do so, and you don't permanently hurt the guy. There's some bottled water that he left in the passenger seat for you.
Bill George Saunders.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't get a good look at you either. So you give me a driving check. Where are you driving to?
I'm calling.
Yeah.
Good old Skinner.
All right.
Where are you?
All right.
Look for the flare.
Okay. All right, so it is actually.
What kind of car am I in?
It's actually a pretty nice Volvo.
Great for off-road.
Oh yeah, no, great. Well, you don't have to drive it very far. So Skinner, it is actually instead of attacking you, instead of chasing after you, it is actually going to attack you. As you feel kind of lightheaded. Give me a stability check.
No.
Okay. What'd you roll exactly?
1.
All right, that would be 3 points of health. As you start running, but you can get a free run this round, so make an athletics check.
That's a 5.
Okay. So you get another 2 distance away from it. You're getting farther away from it, but you're feeling, lightheaded and weak. And you're going farther away from the civilization. So what are you going to do?
Well,
Skinner!
Yeah,
Talk
you get
to me!
Yeah.
Give him my location,
Okay.
or at least just hit the button to turn GPS on the phone.
All right, yeah. All right, so
And I am not opening that
give
road flare
me
yet.
a driving check. You know where he is.
I will spend 3.
All right, and you have the flare.
I make a 4.
All right. With the 4th, yeah, this car is not going to be long for this world. But you get to him as you barrel through several small trees, and you see that.
Get in!
So Mona will get one last attack on you. As she, how much health do you have left?
That is a number.
Okay. Oh, interesting. It's bolt attack. All right. So give me a stability check.
Spending 2.
All right.
8.
All right. You actually. You just focus on. You realize it's like burning into you, and you just tense every muscle. You're like, blood, stay in there, and you manage.
Actually, I've got a better way to explain it.
Okay.
Hand on the caduceus in his backpack.
Yeah, all right, yeah. You're like, this has to. Well, no, that doesn't seem to help. But you're just fucking pissed at it, so it doesn't seem to do anything. At least that you're losing blood anyway, so you're kind of lightheaded. But anyway, it doesn't hurt you anymore. And you give me one more driving test, and you can get on the road.
I spend 5.
All right.
11.
Get the fuck out of there.
You get the fuck out of there. So the two of you go.
Call
both
and
vehicles.
eventually link back
I
up.
throw the driver's phone out the window.
Yeah. So you all four get
Drink the
away.
bottled water.
What is your next move?
Get the cheap ass boat.
Throw up and cry?
Yeah.
Yeah, like cheap motel by the airport.
Yeah. All right, you can do that.
Actually, parking. Yeah, stopping the car. Like
Does anybody have forgery or anything like that?
Yes, I do.
All right.
It's 2 burned covers.
Yeah, with forgery, you could make you realize you can make a simulacrum of this fairly easily. You just need some gold.
oh, is that all?
Yeah. So you need some real gold, though. So if anybody has preparedness, you could, or network, you could burn that to.
Preparedness.
It's been a long adventure, Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might need a refresh before you want to keep
I-
going on.
Well, this is the end of this part of it.
Yeah, so we are forging and
All right. So you hold up. You
Spend my preparedness to have the gold,
right.
and then
All right. You have
2 points of fortune.
and also
to make-
tradecraft.
Actually, you still you still have the shark car, so you can use some of your money. Loot.
Well, tradecraft to get these vehicles the fuck away from us.
All right. So the rest of it goes. You find out that so you get the money is wired to your transfer or to your accounts. You manage to plant. How do you get the fake caduceus planted? How are you going? It has to show up. The police have to find it.
Use a slingshot. We just fork it. We just catapult it back over.
So
The police have to find it sometime, right?
Yeah, they have to find the fake thing. Yeah, they have to find it. So you could do that. later.
Leave one of the dude
It
stolen
depends
car.
on when it's done. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if it's done early, just throw it off the side of the road near the shark car.
Or put it in the Uber car.
Yeah.
Weird. If it spilled out when it went careening off the
No,
highway.
dude, just do the Uber car. It's stolen.
Oh yeah, we have the shark car back.
All right,
yeah.
yeah.
Just put it in the shark car.
You put it in the shark car.
Yeah.
And so you managed to do that. So the money is transferred to all your accounts. You managed to get away, barely, at least from that last thing.
I imagine we're having a
hell
long,
was that?
quiet night. I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah. Ruby sends a message for you. She offers you. There's one more job. There's another job. There's more money.
No gifts.
Yeah.
I'm just going to send her
No.
just flat out. 1, do you have any idea what we had to go through to do this job? 2, how much money are we talking? There better be 5 zeros more than this job before we even consider it.
She quotes a figure. It would be enough for you to retire.
Are there 5 more zeros than the last job?
There are, sure, whatever. There's retirement money unit. So this would be your own just one last score. So yeah, your characters could walk away from this. In which case, this is a one shot. But you realize that with your tradecraft that it wasn't a setup, but this was a recruiting test for whoever Ruby's source is. This was something to see if you were capable of doing the real job.
Yeah, I just had a bird woman suck blood out of my head from a distance. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I think that's what we all did. Except for him.
So we can play against,
Yeah. All right. So we'll end this. So
We'll have
questions,
to,
comments,
we'll have to
suggestions.
talk about why my character would absolutely fucking do.
Yeah.
I told you what it's going to take for me. Retirement money. Big sum of money unit.
Yeah.
Want to keep the character sheets?
You need the character sheets, and this is what she looked like. If you want to be particular. So
Lovely.
yeah.
Go ahead and keep mine.
Not Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Not yet.
All right.
You can tell yourself that all you want.
Oh my god. All right. So anything else? All right.
No, it was really
We'll find the
incredible stuff.
mythos thing that corresponds to.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.